One more thing. Fucking hell! One more thing. Don't forget to go fuck yourself. Fuck me dead.
Happened here, man?
Hey, how are you?
Got fucked up because I had to create the thing, and unfortunately, I doubled up. That's what's happened.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Because I said
created it.
find you. I couldn't find the thing, so I created another spot. We've got two running. That's what the problem is.
Oh, okay, because I created about 5-2.
Okay.
5 to 12. So I had it all ready to go on time. The deadline was tight, but I got it done.
Because I had the link to the stream. Okay.
I was watching yours. And as you said, let's go to the dungeon. And Bear said, go. I went live on 12, like you said.
Okay.
You're not a good manager, are you? You empower your volunteers, but then you don't let them do their job.
Okay, sorry.
You're a micromanaging, meddling asshole. But that's why we love you, mate. It's all good.
Okay,
it's all good.
Okay. What's going on today? Talk to me. What's happening? Here?
Yeah, you know.
We want to hear more gossip. They want to have more gossip. They want to have more.
As long as look, you know, I'll just make a disclaimer. Everything you say in the dungeon is shits and giggles. It's not for
it's
real.
Just for fun.
And this is a place of peace and fun and laughter and love. And this is like in honor of Bondage.
You guys can jump on. Anyone wants to jump on? Let's talk.
Bondage made a nice super chat and it said hello all. Well, this is hello all. Welcome, peaceful, loving stream. You know. Oh, we got Marshmallow. Hey, Marshmallow, what's going on, bro?
Hey, guys, you hear me?
I hear
you. Hey, Plastic, one thing, why you leave my WhatsApp chat group?
I was never in your WhatsApp chat group.
Buddy, I thought I had you to WhatsApp chat group, but I know you because I too busy laughing about it.
How you been, mate? How's Tim treating you over there at the other side on the other stream?
The thing is, Tim, I love the Tim because he's not part of a cult like Archie. Part of a cult. I was
You look like Kojak in that photo.
no, plastic. This is my new hairstyle. You don't like it?
I do. It makes you look like a real prick.
No. I shave off. I look like it. I look like a boiled egg.
If I had a pencil, I'd put a line down the middle of your head there, so you look like a real cock.
Guys,
Hello, plastic.
it's okay.
I want to hear about Archie's first meeting you and you trolling him.
Oh, the story. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I think the dungeon needs more history lessons on the Archieverse.
Archie, you go and do bang bang.
well, the story was so.
I heard the story. I want to hear what Archie.
Well, you recap it. You because it's funny when you tell it. It's funny when you tell it, Mark. So you and then
I'm going to wait for. Where's Archie?
Oh, he's just probably
I'm just getting a little bleaching. Okay,
he's doing some anal bleaching.
Archie, can you tell us your first impression of plastic when you met him?
he was a total time waster. I tried to sell him a watch, and he waste time.
Did you know he was
He was a
trolling you?
disaster.
Did you know he was wasting your time by trolling you?
Hey, I'll
Archie.
be back soon, guys. I'll be back. 1 minute.
So I was right. 30 seconds, he'll appear. Then he'll say he has to go somewhere.
That's all right. That's okay. I told him, look, I said to him, if you've got someone who's volunteering to run a hot show, then that's fine. You know, I'm happy to jump on today. I
felt bad for your plastic because I've got to step out. I'll try
That's
to
all
pop
right.
on later on. I
That's
don't want you
okay.
to be by yourself here.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Appreciate you starting the stream.
Mate, I'll just pull up a few comments and just talk shit. I can do that.
You got a day off today?
Yeah, I got a day off. But when the missus comes home, the kids are on a play date, so when they come home, I'll just jump off, you know. But by then, someone should be on, you know.
Now, is this your office? Is this your own study?
No. There's just a room in the house.
Now, let me get this straight. You walk through the house, put your face mask on. What do the kids say? It's Archie time.
No, this is just me, mate. This is natural. This is just me. I'm just.
Now, I do some ridiculous things with my kids, but when they see you with a mask on, do they laugh?
Look, you know, it's all good. I'll just say you know, is my new stock answer. If I don't want to, you know, it's just family. It's all good, man. It's all good.
No, it's hilarious. It's
just funny. It's just funny. It's funny. And look, chin to chin. I can't really say I love anyone, you know, except my wife, my kids, and my mum. You know what I mean? Like I don't really go, oh, I love you. Well, that's a bit shallow and meaningless. You know what I mean? I think it's a bit silly, to be fair. That whole love you shtick. I'm not really. It's not really for me, but you know. It makes you happy, chin to chin. I love making fun of you sometimes. How's that? Anyway,
apparently people in the chat saying Ron Shrink has abandoned Archie has gone to Tim.
So I'm not going into all this bullshit about this war. It's all made up. In my opinion, I don't care who says what. It's made up. When Archie lands in the US, it's going to be game on. Let's get together because otherwise Tim's going to be he's actually going to damage his brand. He's going to damage his brand.
I think what you said is spot on. Archie has to put out his hand.
Archie will put out his hand. He said happy days anytime, no problem, anywhere, anytime. He said, Tim, you're welcome. And Tim's just going to have to eat the shit sandwich with extra corn and say fuck it. Otherwise, my brand's fucked. You can't go through life burning. They're provoking this gaslighting and bullshit they're going on with, which is just not all of them, just a couple, right? I'm not even going to name who it is. A couple of people are throwing out little barbs trying to make us buy it or people on this stream buy it. But it's just stupid because we're over it. No one gives a fuck. 90% of the chat don't give a fuck. It's just a couple of people pushing it.
Like you said, their job is entertain us. When it's not entertaining, we shut it down.
if it's not funny and it's just getting boring and this whole victim poor me bullshit, it doesn't fly. It doesn't fly on either side of the fence, and it's just more, it's just boring. And Tim will eat the shit sandwich. He has to, otherwise his brand's fucked. Big donors and the billionaires out there who are supporting both sides, they're above all this bullshit. You know what I mean? They just want their monkeys to dance when they say dance. You know what I mean? They don't care about this shit. So I think they're just. I'm not even going to say it's gone too far. It's just because they're desperate for content. That's all. It's not out of hand. They're just desperate for content. They're desperate to come up with something to have some fun. Marshmallow's back. Oh, no, if you got to go, man, I'll just talk to Marshmallow for a while.
Yeah, look, before I go, Tim is the last couple of days he's running 7 hour streams, so that's not easy.
No, and I always said I take my head off to everyone who does this for a living. It's an amazing effort, and you need a big set of balls to do it. I could never do it. I wouldn't want to do it. This is about it for me. I enjoy helping out a bit here and there because we get a bit of money raised.
Like Bear has said, you're a great interviewer. I reckon you should get a few one-on-one interviews on here.
I think Bear's just been kind to me.
No. I've seen and heard the way you interview people. You got a great interview style. You ask the right questions.
Well, you're always in danger of jumping a shark when someone pisses in your pocket.
No.
Because there's always a chance you start to think you're good, and that's when it all falls to shit. You know what I mean? So I take all comments and whatever with a grain of salt. This is the tubes, man. Things can change on a fucking dime. The place is crazy.
That. I'll jump on later on when I can. Take care, buddy.
Whenever you like. See you, buddy.
Right.
Anyone else want to jump on? I'm going to pop out the link again. If Crappy's in the crowd, he might be running his own stream, no doubt. But we can just talk comments. Pull comments up, no problem. We can do narratives for super chats. You want to put super chat a narrative? We'll run it. I don't care. I don't care about anything. I guess we'll go top down. We'll start ringing. Let's find some of the big swinging donors. Here's one. Barely. Okay, we'll start with Bear here. I'm so used to that mask. Thank you. We've got Pavel. I remember when plastic went ballistic on new fats, you can't. It was funny. It's always funny to mix it up a bit. Fat Ben, plastic has nailed it. Appreciate that. We've got Curly Q. He's a great contributor. Jump on, Curly, if you want. Anyone jump on, Aware of my limitations and entertaining, solo is not one of my strong points. Casey Aquatics, great guy. Yep, it's definitely getting stale. I think he's talking about the whole war thing. Oh, I got Marshmallow back. Hey, Marshmallow, how are you, man?
The plastic, my connection keep dropping like my balls stuck on toilet.
How's Mummy?
Mommy, good. She beating. I was she beating meat in a restaurant.
Okay, excellent.
Plastic, why you not love me?
I do love you, mate, but I don't love you in that way, I just say love you because everyone else. It seems to be the word of the month, But honestly, I really respect you, Marshmallow. I think what you've done for the community is fantastic.
Really?
Really? I really think you've done well. It's great to see you still on this stream, working hard to support the dungeon. Really appreciate that. And look, the question I've got is,
oh my God, Plastic! This is amazing. Amazing.
We've got super chats, guys. Oh wow. Okay, fantastic.
Super chat.
All right, have we got one from Pavel? When's the Gitmar showing up? That's a really good question. I've just said to Archie, I want him to buy it. I don't want to be seen walking in and out of a Club X or one of these places. So if Archie buys the Gitmar, keeps it in the fresh plastic wraps, that's brand new, never been worn, I'll happily be wearing it on future shows. So that's all down to Archie. Just going to mute you, Marcelo. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Just while I read the super chat, mate, hang on. And we got a really cool comment of Neo. Please don't use a photo of a Greek. Who loves you, baby? There, that's Kojak. Excellent. Yeah, Kojak was a great show. There's other ones of the era called Ironside, Barnaby Jones. I'll mute you now, Marshmallow. Yeah, mate, a bit staticky.
Who is this? Jack.
Kojak was a very famous TV private eye back in the 70s. So we're just talking about, how are you, Kelly? We're just talking about TV characters, you know,
Hi, gents.
private eyes of the 70s. We got okay. I'm going to run through for you. Kojak, Barnaby Jones, right?
Really?
Yep. We had Ironside. Remember Ironside?
Oh yes, like mommy, she ironside me.
Yep. We had, what else do we have?
Cannon.
We had Rockford Files. Rockford Files.
What about Cannon, the fat guy with the mustache?
Guys, this is amazing.
Oh, okay. Cannon. I don't think I remember that one, man. I'll have to have a look. You said Cannon, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
Kalipati.
Was the fat guy with the mustache.
Cannon. 70s
One of Archie's
TV.
favorites.
Okay.
Detective Cannon and his LP.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've never seen it. Yeah, it must have been. It would have been syndicated on reruns here, but I just missed it. Hey,
it was funny when they made the poor guy run after a criminal.
Yeah. We had a guy. I'm going to show you. We had a guy in Australia, a show called Bluey. Okay, I'm going to pull it up.
Bluey?
Yeah, Bluey was an Australian cop. I think he was based on Cannon. Bluey Detective. Bluey TV Detective. There it is. Bluey TV Detective. All right, I'll show you. Okay, I reckon I can show. It's a preview. I'll just pause that. Okay, bear with me. This is Bluey. I think this is Australia's answer to Cannon. Okay. All right, let me find it. Okay, this is Australia's answer to Cannon. What do you reckon?
Kind of driving the same car. Let's see. We got to get a close up of him.
Okay, hang on. This is Bluey. What do you think?
Fucking plastic. He's got a little more hair, but he's got the same body and jiggle.
That's a stunt double,
Fuck
see?
that
You
fuck
can
guy
never
can
run
run.
like
Yeah,
that.
look at him run. Holy shit. That's the real Bluey.
That's him.
Look at the handcuffs hanging out.
Here we go.
He didn't even hit the guy. Oh,
What do you think of that?
That
What
is
do you think of that?
fucking funny as hell.
That's Bluey. So that was a take. That was obviously a takeoff on yours. Then there was another spin-off on Bluey called Barge Ass, which a comedy. They did like an overdub, a comedy overdub. I'll play that one as well.
Hey, what about? I know it's not the 70s, but it was my favorite. What about you remember Beretta, the guy with the birds?
Beretta.
Oh, you never saw Beretta? Oh my God, it was hilarious.
Beretta.
He used to have the talking birds, the talking, the white ones. They're not toucans. I forget what they're called, but he was hella funny. New York cop, a New York detective.
Name rings a bell. Yeah, Beretta. YouTube.
Yeah. That was funny, Bluey.
Isn't that crazy?
We had that stupid Hawaii 5-0.
I used to love the soundtrack to that.
Yeah.
this Bretta?
Yeah, it's got the porn music.
Oh, looks cool. I like it.
Listen to the song.
Oh, that's cool, man.
This guy got away with killing his wife. This guy shotgunned his wife and he got away with it.
In real life.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, they're not. I think this is just an instrumental. They're not singing a song.
Yep. Oh, we got royalty in the house. Hey, Sol.
What's happening, lads?
Savron. How are you?
Kelly.
mate?
Nice to meet you.
Plastic.
Great job.
Hey,
Great
man.
job.
Did you get that video
video.
file? Was that okay, Sol?
Yeah, I got that. Oh, the punters didn't like ABC's David Attenborough.
I liked it.
Oh, you can't please everyone all the time.
We
man.
got the royal arsehole from Narc there. He only likes the smell of his own ball sack.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
look.
problem is you got to give him a little bit because I don't think he's diagnosed, but he's definitely an ADD victim.
He's all right. He's good fun. I like the Narc.
I
He sticks a skyrocket up everyone.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
ABC wanted to do the David Attenborough voiceover, so I put it together for him. But do you guys in America know David Attenborough? Are you familiar with him?
Not me.
No, I see, exactly. So we missed the core audience. You'd probably know his brother Richard, who played Hammond in Jurassic Park.
Hamlin, Jurassic Park. Which guy was
Richard
he?
Hammond, the guy who had the dinosaur park. Richard Hammond.
Oh, the old guy with the cane?
Yeah, that's him.
The
Yeah,
geezer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The geezer.
yeah, the geezer.
There you go. Yeah. Now I
Geezer.
know who you're talking about. The guy with
So,
the,
it wasn't unfunny. I think it was just a bit it was a little bit hit and miss because no one knew the reference that you were making.
Yeah, well, that's why I put him at the front and the back of it. But ABC's an Englishman, so he wanted to do it, so I screwed it together for him.
Hey, Jess,
Anyway, I'm just on
gonna
Smoko,
mute-
lads, so I've got to head off.
Oh, shit.
Alrighty.
See you later.
See you
Sol.
later. Maru.
I was going to say I wanted to mute myself for 1 minute so I could finish my dinner. I don't want to chew on the microphone. It's rude. But that's okay, plastic. Oh,
So that was okay because if you're an American, you may not know who David Attenborough is. I mean, he's a naturist, so he does a lot of things. He watches animals, doesn't bother animals. So he'll have a film crew and they'll film. And this is the
I got the concept. I followed it. I thought it was pretty funny.
He talks a bit like Mike the Snake in real life. That's sort of how David Attenborough talks. And then the show, I think the whole thing's gone a bit possibly it may be a bit flat now, the slap incident.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can play things over again to a point, and then I actually thought it was funny and well done, but if you don't get that reference, it may have fallen flat because people are going, oh, here we go, I'm just seeing the slap again,
I didn't get who the character was, but I got the gist of what what the thing was, the short was.
And it was a dig at Green Room, because at that time Green Room he'd been lured into the inner circle of Tim, and because through the gaming stuff, like Tim put out there that he
lost his innocence in the world of sharks.
Yeah, and that's exactly right, because Green Room, because Tim's good at reading people, working out what they like, their interests. That's he's a bit of a salesman like that. So he sort of worked out, okay, Green Room likes gaming, he's talent, I want him for my show. So he threw the hook out about the gaming stuff, and they did a bit of gaming in the dungeon, and they were all talking about games, video games. So that's how they bonded. And Green Room for a while there was much closer to Archie because he was always on the Tim Wright show, and he was giving Archie a hard time. So Green Room sort of fell into a bit of a trap. Okay, and when he got on the piss, got drunk, that's when all this stuff happened. Whether it was all scripted or not doesn't matter. Obviously, it got out of hand, and I think
wasn't it funny? The thing that I found funny was, why did Tim give Green Room his phone to go run? When Archie was walking on the pier.
Yes.
Okay, why did Green Room end up with Timmy's phone, and Green Room was the one that had to run up to Archie? How did that happen? Who instigated that?
I think Tim is always filming with another camera. So he has an actual camera there on board, which he films with as well. I think that's part of what. So I think if Tim's filming something with his camera, then
Right.
Green Room had Tim's.
Yeah.
And maybe Tim was streaming and Green Room said, hey, can I grab your camera? I've got an idea. I think that's probably what might have happened as well.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, man.
But Plastic, who was filming Green Room? You know, you got a shot of Green Room's back running.
Yes, that's Tim.
Right.
Tim is always filming. That's right.
Right.
He's always filming. And that pisses people off. You know, a lot of Archie's fans are guys like us, you know.
Right, but he also gave Green Room his phone. So did he have two phones, or was he filming with a camera and a phone? And he just handed the phone over to Green Room and said, "Here, do this."
Oh, okay. Now we're getting into the conspiracy.
No,
yeah,
no,
mate.
it's not a
look.
conspiracy. I'm just saying that Green Room is easy to instigate.
Yeah. I think he may have been at that point. I think because that was before the slap, right? So at that point, he was. I think he'd already met Archie. I think the novelty of Archie had worn off because Archie can be, you know, a bit abrasive. May have rubbed him up the wrong way, and then I think he sort of fell into Tim Wright's bosom and the comfort of Tim Wright. So he fell into that, and Tim used that bit of power and influence to extract some comedy gold. I think some comedy gold. That was very funny. That was very funny.
It was very funny. But I follow timelines. When I am gonna start a dialogue with somebody, I always want to know the timeline if I'm going back in history and discussing something with somebody. So another thing I wanted to ask you, did you follow any of the live streams when they were going bar hopping in No,
I missed them all.
Okay.
I missed the Newtown one because I got to work and whatever.
Are you aware? Well, here, let me and obviously if I'm wrong, somebody in the chat will correct me, but let me fill you in on something. When they hit the second bar, Timmy had already come up with the gag of filming Green Room running into Archie's room.
Yep.
And starting a pillow fight.
Yep.
And he repeated that same narrative like 3 times, and then he also repeated it in the cab after Green Room had already had 2 beers, 5 fucking tequilas, and also a glass of sparkling wine.
Yeah, it's a lot for a non-drinker.
That's a lot for a non-drinker, and it's also not only is it a lot, but it's you're mixing a lot of different types of alcohol. And it's not that hard when a guy, when they were on the pier, Green Room was sober and Timmy was able to instigate him into running up to Archie and getting in his face with that was Timmy's phone, right?
Yeah,
So
obviously. Yeah, he's puttying. He was puttying Tim's hands, obviously.
Especially when he's under the influence of fucking alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. But I think the novelty wore off, I
want to ask you
on reflection. I
think
think.
I want to ask you something. I know you're a smart dude, and I know you're
no,
don't touch. And I know you're a hard knuckle dude too. Okay, so I got to ask you something. You could give me a shtick or whatever, but I just want to ask you. You really do believe in this Slavic blood bond, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Because it's been pushed by Bear for a long time. That they are 3 guys.
No, but you believe it somehow or another. You believe you really believe it.
I do. I think that they're 3 mates in the school. Yeah, they're like the 3 musketeers, right? And things are going to come between them. I don't think Tim has got it in him to fully burn Archie. I don't think the fact that he's still talking about Archie, and the fact that he knows a lot of his audience are mixed between. I hate saying camps because we're not in a camp. I mean, if I want to watch Tim, I watch Tim. You can't tell someone what to watch, right? The whole thing is. Yeah. I don't like this cultist bullshit, but ultimately. It's bad for business if you go someone, gaslight them, and cut them out of your life when they have done a lot for you in a lot of ways. And look, I'll be honest, they've done a lot for each other. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to say it's all Archie, it's all Tim, but they did help each other out. Mm-hmm. I was entertained by Tim on Archie's show sometimes, not all the time, but I know a lot of people in the chat were. And you can read the comments on both streams. A lot of people like the dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you're my impression of you is that you're a strategically cautious man when it comes to not so much picking sides, but talking about the two different talking points that are going on both sides. You seem to be very
Here's the thing,
careful
Curly.
about it.
Well,
Yeah.
see, Curly last year was the first time Archie had real success, right? So he had that hour-long streams with Rancher and Goldberg and Blue Shirt Buddha, right? Then they had their falling out, and you know, I don't want to go into why the falling out. Everybody who knows what it was about. It was a bit grubby, a bit dirty, but anyway, they had their falling out. Archie put out an open casting call for new members, and guys just jumped on. I jumped on a few times. I was driving to work, or just when I had a chance, jumped on, had a bit of fun. Sovereign would jump on, have a bit of fun. You know, a lot of people jump. And at this stage, Bear wasn't coming on the streams. I don't think Bear was coming on. He was in the chat a lot, but I don't think he was coming on the streams. I don't think. Okay. And then, you know, the guys settled in. You got the Marco, and then the jokes about Marco. Turn your camera off, but they developed a shtick, right? The four of them. And
Plastic. I'm going to take 2 bites out of my turkey here.
that's all right.
Please keep talking. I just don't want to do
That's
it.
okay.
I'm
So,
listening.
yeah. So it was the first time anyone had seen that channel be running to its potential with entertainment, because you had 4 different guys, 4 different backgrounds, each grabbing a little bit of different audiences, you know, and creating a growing audience and creating super chats and money and all that. And there was a good dynamic, and it worked for a while, okay? The fundraising and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, a few things got out of hand. A super chat from Neo. Tim only allows OC near his bosom. That's correct. Near the bosom. 100%. We'll leave that up there for a while. So those 4 guys ran the show. It was funny, you know. And then I was in a WhatsApp group, and I was just, as Aussies do, this is how we talk, Curly. So I was in this WhatsApp group, and I said, every cunt's getting their own YouTube channel now. That's how I said it, which is the way Aussies talk, right? We're not calling you a bad person just by saying that. JJ came out and said, who are you calling a cunt, blah, 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 and all this. I said, well, you fucking are. You're all just using Archie to feather your own nest and to create your own channel, create your own, and blah, blah, blah. So I started, there was a few barbs being thrown. I had a bit of a crack at all of them who were doing it. You never really saw much of Tim in this thing. It was mainly JJ and Marco, right? Those 2 going at it. And, you know, then I got kicked out of the group by Showcase. He removed me. And then, you know, it all started happening. I said to Archie, I said, mate, you know, these guys starting their own channels. They're going to fucking leave you eventually, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to kick him out now? Are you going to draw up some ground rules? Are you going to sort of make things, you know, fair, you know?
Yeah.
And try and protect your business, right? And, but Archie falls in love with people. Okay. So he falls in love with people. Everyone who he gives Archie
It depends on people.
Yeah, and he loves, and he genuine, like he'll fall out with you, he'll fight with you.
Crutch.
Exactly, right? But he falls in love with it, and he wants all the toys on the shelf. He wants everyone there available all the time. Okay, so he wants to know I can call him, It's all good, because in his mind, he might say, I really hate this, but I wish I would die. But yeah, he's just talking tough, you know what I mean?
One second, can you fill me in on Levi Rabinowitz? He's asked me, Curly, do you toss, bro? I don't even know. Is that something Australian saying, or what is that?
Curly, you toss, bro. Well, in Australia, we've got a thing called a tosser. If you're a tosser, you're basically like a wanker. You pull yourself, you know, you're a tosser. But that's the Aussie version, you know. Maybe means you toss super chats. I don't know. I don't know how he's using the
okay.
I've got no idea, mate. I mean, and look, some of this stuff gets lost in translation. Like, you know, you call someone a twink, right? And you're having a joke about it, and you think it means something else, and then, you know, someone gets upset because they say, "Oh, you know, he's calling Tim a twink." Well, now define it. Okay, well, he couldn't be a twink because he's not between the ages of 18 and 25. He's over 25, so Tim can't be a twink, can he? So I got that wrong, and I apologized. Okay, and that was always meant to be a bit of a gag. I was just being a bit silly. Okay,
well, I'm trying to get like the catchphrases. That's all. I'm trying to understand them.
Yeah. So look, there's things get lost in translation, but look.
Translation jerk off. Absolutely.
Maybe it means exactly. Yeah. So jerk off. So maybe that's what he means. So I'm just going to highlight the super chat because he actually paid. I'm going to go back and highlight all the super chats. So we've got Neo, Tim only allows OC near his bosom. We've got another couple. I think we just highlight them because they're not as common in the dungeon, and we do appreciate them. And here's one, Neo, Please don't use a photo of a Greek who loves you, baby.
I'll agree with that. When Teddy Savalas was a man's man,
he was great.
Kind of.
Oh, he was. How good was he in The Dirty Dozen?
Dude, he was a very underrated actor because unfortunately he's one of those actors that kind of got stuck a little bit doing Telly Savalas, but he was good. He was in a lot of good movies as a character actor. When's the Gimp mask showing up? You have no audio, Plastic. Hello, Plastic.
Yeah, gotcha.
Now we gotcha.
Yeah, so going back, obviously, you know, there was a breakdown, and look, a lot of the breakdown was all just, as far as Archie's concerned, anyone can come back on the show anytime. He'd have Marco back. He would, and I've had the streams before where
I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah, no problem. But you know, at some point, someone's got to say, you know what, I don't need this shit anymore. And I think JJ's at that stage. He's like, I don't need this shit. I don't need to be.
So I understand why you're now. I understand this explanation you gave me of why you're being cautious. But
because I was in the middle of it. I was in the middle of it.
No, and you don't want to get in that position again. I understand.
I'm over
That's
it.
a smart move.
It all goes the same way. It all comes down to.
Let me ask you something. So then you're serious when you think that when Archie goes to New York that they're going to have some kind of a bonding moment because they share audiences.
Yes, and
it's going to be real.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
What if that doesn't happen, Plastic? What do you think then?
It's not going to be bad for Archie. It's going to be bad for Tim.
But that's going to convince you that this is real. That there is no Archie will always have him back, but
that will convince me that it is real. Okay. If they don't hook up. But in my mind, they're going to.
And that's because you revisited this same exact kind of sequence in the history of this, so that's why you're not convinced.
Yeah, if you zoom out, the pattern's always the same.
So that's really why you're cautious. It's not because you truly believe the Slavic blood bond. That's kind of a shtick, right?
That's a bit of a shtick, but you know, but they are all Slavic, and you know, it is. I mean, it should be obviously a stick. Yeah,
yeah. I wanted to know your perspective because I don't know the history, you know, like you do. So
it's like I guess metaphorically they've all put their hands out, they've all cut themselves, and they've all put their hands on each other and gone, Slavic blood brothers, you know, we're in it together, because they were. When you watch back the shows when Timmy came back to the Archie show and the sharing of the links and all this bullshit, and if we even sneezed in the fucking dungeon and sounded slightly against Tim, Bear would fucking go ballistic on the show and say this and say that, and Tim would go out of his way to try and sabotage the, you know what I mean? Always into Sirocco, always into the guys in the dungeon, making fun of.
But then again,
Dodger, you know,
we're not able to know what kind of spite Timmy is capable of because Archie's not in America yet. My thing is I want to see what he does once Archie enters into America, because I think it's going to be such a different dynamic for him.
Here's a great comment by OG Hash Hockey. Here's a really good comment, and this sums up the mood of a lot of people, right? And I think, and I tend to agree. Plastic, laugh out loud. Timmy got his flowers, and now he has moved on. Archie standing still and offers no value to Timmy and crew. I totally agree that is how people see it. When you want to draw a battle line and when you want to pick a side, then you're going to be very parochial to your side.
Wait, I want to read this again. So, Plastic, laugh out loud. Timmy got his flowers, and now he has moved on. Arch is standing still and offers no value to Timmy and crew. Then why doesn't Timmy just ignore it completely, never bring him up, and just go on his own way? I agree with what you said, Hash Hockey, if it was true. Part of it is true. Part of it is unproven. I'm not going to say it's not true, but it's unproven because failure to move on sincerely tells me that Timmy feels threatened.
Yeah.
And I believe that even if put it this way, Archie's a big enough man to say, hey, listen, Timmy, for the good of the fans that we both share, because they do share an audience.
Yes.
Let's just put on a show in New York. Let's be together. You know, fans from both sides are going to be there. you know, and let's put on a good show for the fans. Timmy's not willing to do that, Hash Hockey. So and maybe it's
we'll
because
see.
he's young.
We'll
Maybe
see.
it's- Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
But
We'll see.
but my thing is I think that I think that Archie, his brain is a little polluted by his experience that he had in Australia, and I don't think he's going to have any of that kind of experience in the USA because he's going to be with mature people who are there to see him and not to film, make money, and do shtick.
Yes.
He's going to be with people that are mature.
Yes.
And they know how to be hosts.
This is the point I was trying to make yesterday about.
I know you were. I know you were. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. A bit of threat from Tim's running a business, Archie's running a business, right? So Archie's going to see his fans, but mixed upon amongst all that will be some of Tim's fans, okay? And this is my theory as well. Tim would be threatened by Archie meeting some of his older, more, slightly worldly donors, people who've been out and about who are a bit more mature, like you said, who don't want to have their dinner streamed. They want to have a nice, quiet dinner. And some of those guys may not have met Archie, may not really appreciate Archie, but once they meet him, right, his gravitas and his charisma and his sense of humor, his presence, he'll win them over. And Tim, I think he may have seen that on the trip in Australia. He may have seen an example.
No.
This is the thing
that plastic. He saw it in London, bro.
Yeah.
He saw
then
it
why
in
did
London.
So why did he come to Australia if he was already threatened by Archie? That's my question.
To make money.
Okay.
You know
how much money?
Do you know how much plastic? Do you know how much money he raised? Do you think he shared the real money that he raised with Archie?
Oh, exactly, because back then
he never sent Archie.
No, because then the Playboard wasn't even up and running. It only came online.
No.
Recently.
No, I'm talking about GoFundMe. I'm talking about PayPal donations. He never shared any. He has no transparency with Archie.
Yeah.
If they're true business partners, you could say whatever you want about Archie, but Archie is transparent. He shows his figures. He shows money. He shows everything.
Yes.
Timmy does none of that. Has Timmy been transparent about the money that he raised for the USA trip? You got to understand something. Everything, all the money he raised was for two people, two airplane tickets.
Yeah.
Okay. That stuff's all gone. He said he refunded money. Did he show anything? Did he send Archie any figures? No, because he's not a transparent person when it comes to money. And I'll say something else. And if Bondage happens to be in the chat or whatever, I don't want to talk about Bondage. I know he doesn't want to be involved, but I want to give you my take on why he bought that watch. Okay.
Yes.
He bought that watch. He bought that watch for fucking leverage because he knows Archie's gonna from when Archie gets to Colorado all the way to until he goes home, he's gonna be with Bondage. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing, it's a lot harder for a guy to get pissed off at another guy or to pick sides when the guy that you're gonna go against owes you money.
Okay? Yeah, I understand.
You did not buy that watch for a fucking watch or horology.
But wouldn't Bondage have seen that coming? You know what I mean?
Bondage is a nice man.
Okay.
He doesn't want to pick sides. He's neutral, and I don't blame him. But if you think that Timmy bought that watch because of horology or anything else, you got to be out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I mean,
it's a play. It's a play. That's how sneaky people work. It's a play to him.
But wouldn't Bondage have seen it coming though? He's not stupid. You know,
Bondage doesn't care. Okay. Bondage doesn't want to be bothered with this shit. He doesn't want to be picking sides or anything like that.
So in that case, would the leverage be pointless? That's what I'm saying. Like if he doesn't care.
It's not, because if Timmy makes moves, he doesn't want to alienate Bondage, and a good way of doing that is to owe him money.
Yes.
Because if I owe you money, if you do something I don't like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut until that bill is paid.
Yeah.
That's how sneaky in New York grifters work, bro. That's how a person like O'Sheen works. That's my opinion. I don't, it's not that, I'm not saying Timmy's doing that. It's my opinion from a person who recognizes grifts.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah, because Bondage isn't the type of person to go on a show and say, "Oh, I'm owed money," and make a fuss either. He's not.
No, but Bondage is not afraid to say, "Hey, listen, the guy's out of line. I don't want nothing to do with him either." He's not.
Well, that would hurt Timmy more, wouldn't it? I mean, if he didn't pay
Hey,
bondage.
listen, it would hurt either one of them because bondage has a class reputation.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to make bondage upset, and I wouldn't want bondage to say anything about him because his reputation holds weight in this community. You know, so. And I'm not bringing him in. I'm just giving you my opinion. I don't want to mention. I'm not going to mention it.
No, well, I'm fluid with my opinion on all this because, look, in my opinion, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt Tim more, okay, if he doesn't put out the hand of friendship and embrace Archie in America. That's just what I think.
He made a.
I think it's a worse look. It's a worse look for him not to.
If he would have just had a little patience and he didn't get so greedy. This separation would have just came naturally. It was on its way anyways. He was doing pre-streams and after shows. He should have been happy with that. And then, it didn't make it awkward for the whole community to follow both guys. It was a selfish, greedy move. And there was no need to do it. He knew what Archie was like from the first time that he appeared on his stream. He knew what he was like. He knew that Archie could blow up, and Timmy has thick skin.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think he's upset by anything Archie did. He's just moving on. Yeah, he's moving on.
Moving on, but he just did it in a real low class way.
Yeah, you correct.
To me, and I'm saying it from my perspective. He did it in a low class way.
No, I think you watch a lot more streams too than I probably give you credit for.
I'll give you a perfect example. I'm a contractor. Okay. Now, say I sponsor a kid and he goes through the apprenticeship. So I sponsor him. He comes to work for my company. Okay. So after he's there, after about the third year, they start making good money. He's a good hard worker. So I take care of him. If the kid gets sick and he takes a day off, I pay him because I appreciate his work. I take care of people that are good. Okay. Now, say he's working in a house and a customer walks in and says, "Hey, can you tell your boss I want to add 4 more lights in this kitchen?" And the kid tells him, "Well, my boss is kind of busy and, he's probably going to charge you $400 per opening. I could come here and do it after work for half that price. How about that?" And of course, the customer's going to say, "What? He's working there. Oh, beautiful." Now, you know what? If I find out about that, I'm going to fucking crucify this motherfucker. Okay. So that's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. If somebody's taking care of you, and I'm a demanding, I was a demanding boss, okay? But I took care of people. And from as far as I could see, Archie took care of Timmy pretty good for being a demanding person, So that's the way I have to look. I look at it money-wise. I don't think it was right what he did. He could have moved on, been a little bit more patient. And
because Archie would have exploded either way. He was always going to explode either way. It wouldn't matter how you do it. He could have done it, a bit more. Look, I'm moving on. I'd rather just run my own race, and just walked away.
But Plastic, don't give him a reason to explode. Hey, Plastic, I didn't hear.
Archie will explode regardless, mate. If he feels a little bit,
I understand that, but
change, he'll explode.
But Plastic, I didn't hear nobody that Archie went and met in Australia the whole time he was going around. I didn't hear anybody complain and say, Archie, I didn't like Archie. Archie ruined this. Archie, I went and met Archie.
And he's got real. No, look, he's. They talk about the hosting, but ultimately,
who complained about him besides Timmy? Let me put it to you that way.
I don't know. Look, that whole thing is to grow up. To be fair, those guys complain. Just fucking grow up. The thing about Archie is when you meet him, he is engaging. He's funny, right? And he's got charisma and he's got presence. Okay, so you walk into a room and there's Archie and Tim, you're going to gravitate towards Archie. It's just the way it is. I think Tim feels that. And I think in big groups, when they're meeting groups of people, and I think he's probably putting 2 and 2 together as well. Archie is going to be just himself, engaging and honest. He's probably going to take a few leads. He's going to take a few leads from me.
David H wants you to ask me a question.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's okay. So Curly, how'd you? I'm going to ask a question, but first I'm going to explain something. The Narc also isn't into watches, right? He came across the channel just by, I forget how he said, he's just going through YouTube, looking at videos. He came across the channel and he still hasn't bought a watch. a luxury watch, but he just loves the camaraderie, the entertainment, the shtick, and the stream. So you don't. I mean, I found it through watches. Most people do, but sometimes people just stumble across live streams. Is that what happened with you, Curly?
Well, here. This is what I'm into. I wear this every day. I just don't. I'm just not into luxury watches. But I'm entertained by other people's stories. I'm entertained by. I'm fascinated by why people collect things. I collect other things, man. I just don't. It's not watches for me. That's all. I came across this because I followed when COVID hit. We kind of got shut down and for about 2 weeks before we could reorganize and get people back to work. And I don't have cable TV. I got rid of cable. So I started for the first time surfing YouTube, and I started with TPG. And then about the maybe third or fourth video that I came across TPG, when I put in TPG, an Archie video popped up. And it was fucking hilarious, dude. I mean, it was just simply hilarious. And then also Watch Nick popped up. So I went from Watch Nick to following Archie, and that's how I'm here today. It's the character. I'm interested in the characters. I'm interested. Hey, look I'm a shit stirrer. I'm a ball buster. I don't have the opportunity to do that anymore. I moved far away from my friends. We get together maybe once a month. I go fishing as much as I can with some of them. But I feel a lot of camaraderie on these live streams.
Camaraderie is a good word for people like us.
Yeah.
So with Watch Nicholas, because I found out about him. I was on the Marcello Time shows a few times, and because remember Archie wanted us to support Marcello Time, right? So a lot of us were over there supporting Marcello Time, and Watch Nicholas was always in the chat, and then people would talk about, I just see Watch Nicholas' video, and I started watching. And to be fair, the subject matter is repetitive, right? But when he's on a roll, fucking hell, there's nothing better. Like when he's doing it by himself, he's just on this fucking he's just riffing, freestyling it.
When he used
hours.
When he used to do 6 and 7 short videos a day, the fucking memes themselves were so funny. The memes that he would put up with that guy's face,
it's hilarious.
My God. Like you said, you would have to, when you would watch him on his live streams, you never knew what was going to happen, but you didn't want to miss it, So I loved it. I enjoyed him. I mean,
did you see his trial, the Johnny Depp trial video?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hilarious. Unbelievable. Suck you right in. You're just lying there on a Saturday afternoon, right? And you got nothing to do.
The best was when TPG actually jumped on his stream. I
never saw that.
Oh my God, it was fucking hilarious. Plastic was hilarious. He jumped in the comments, and it was just fucking hilarious.
You sure it was him though?
He verified it. Watch Nick verified it. It was the day after he did his apology video.
And what happened on the show, on the stream?
Well, what he did was TPG did I don't know if you ever saw it, the threatening video where he had a lawyer.
Yeah, I saw.
And he went through all this whole shtick of what he was prepared to do, and he was going to transcribe everything that Watch Nick said against him and all this stuff. The next day, Watch Nick did a 12-hour stream and just fucking threw nuclear bombs one after the other. So then the following day, this guy did that apology video. And then the day after that, Watch Nick did a 12-hour stream tearing apart his apology video. And when he was doing that, he came into the chat, into the comment, into the chat, and he let him rip a couple of times, and then fucking the guy bailed out. He left and he didn't come back. But it was just so funny, man. I mean, it was just so funny to see a guy. When I was watching him, about the third episode, dude, he was getting 500,000 views in fucking a week. He was getting 500,000 views a video. That guy just skyrocketed, TPG.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of views.
And by like the fourth or fifth video, I started telling myself, this guy's full of shit. I mean, there's no way that this guy's just You know, when he started out his videos, he was kind of like a humble business guy, and by the fourth video, he was this fucking jet setter lifestyle guy. He went from like Tim Masso to fucking Dan Bilzerian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he always looks like whenever they're going around town or they're looking at fit outs and shops and all that bullshit, he always looks like he's holding on to like he's rich daddy's hand and saying, I want that, I want that, I want that. Like he doesn't have a plan.
Exactly.
Doesn't have a plan, mate. He doesn't have a plan.
When that sugar daddy shit came out,
there's got to be something going on there, mate.
Anyway,
like, yeah,
I just
100%.
How come nobody's jumping on? They scared of us or something?
Look.
They don't want to
I think people are all streamed out. To be fair, I'm not sure what time it is over there. I'm probably good for another 5 minutes, but I think people are getting streamed out.
Yeah, it's 9:55 here. 9:55
yeah, there's people watching pre-shows, and then they're flicking between. I believe there's people watching Archie, and they're watching other shows at the same time, and then and there's a lot of streams going on at the moment. It's a really congested place at the moment.
What time is it by you, Plastic?
It's nearly 1 p.m.
Oh, wow.
So wife and kids will be back soon, and I'm probably going to get myself some lunch in a minute. So I just thought I'd get it started. I said to Archie, if I'm available, I'll try and help him run a hot show from the main show. And if it's going well, and if we've only got 2 of us, but if we had 4 or 5 of us, and it was pumping and the drama was good or the chat was good, it'd be different. But just having you and I talk is nice. But the punters in the audience, if they want it to go longer, they're going to have to jump on.
Yeah, they're just like a fly in the wall between 2 guys having a conversation.
Yeah, and look, you look at the viewers, man. We started with 110, we're down to 70. So it just goes to show we're not in this for the money. You and I aren't about to start our own channel. So it's enjoyable, and you want to help out.
It's good to have a lot
because
of.
It does.
It's good to have visual when it's just 2 people. It's good to have visual aids. You could pop in and out and stuff like that. I'm not good at any of that stuff, and I don't.
No, but
I'm not interested in it either.
That's right. So you got a couple of blokes who who enjoy the entertainment, and we're giving back. This is how you and I are choosing to give back. Oh, we got Sovereign back.
What's happening?
Royalty. Hey, we're just talking about we may just walk away in a couple of minutes because it's going to be 1 o'clock here. I'm thinking about getting myself some lunch, and I think we're all just a bit streamed out, Sov.
Oh, you had the piss stream taken out of you.
Exactly. I think everyone gets a bit streamed out. You watch a lot of these things, and you sit down, you go do something else, you come back, you watch it, you try to catch up, and at the end of the day, you look at something and go, fuck, that's just not interesting at the moment. Didn't we talk about this last week? It just gets a bit repetitive. And and I think I said to Archie I'd run a hot show for him with the leads, and if it developed into something, I'd be happy to jump off at the 1 hour mark. And it's coming up to the 1 hour mark, and it looks like I'll be jumping off very, very soon.
Run out of steam, Plastic.
Well, I never have much steam. I'm more of a drop in and out panelist. That's always been my shtick.
He's just got to do laundry. That's why he's got to leave.
Got to do some laundry. I've got to put the washing on. Got to clean the kitchen. Shit like that.
That was
make
funny.
some lunch. What about you, Sol? What are you doing today, mate?
I'm just on a lunch break, man. Just having just a bite to eat and a cup of coffee.
Okay. So what'd you get for lunch? You got to tell us.
Just a dry bread roll, man. That's all I can afford. It's tough. It's tough. Times are hard.
A dry bread roll, no butter?
No. No fat, no flavor.
So, Sov, do you want to give the audience a bit of a sneak peekaboo on the on one of the latest installments coming up? I know that you got a bit of a razzing over the last Edinburgh installment, but maybe there's something we can I was
a collaborator with ABC on that. ABC said he wanted to do a Richard Attenborough, right? And ABC basically, I sent him the video, and then he synced it to the actual script. And a lot of people in the US just don't know who Richard or David Attenborough is, right? The 2 famous brothers, both movie makers and documentarians and all that type of stuff. So we screwed it together, and we thought it was funny, but the punters just weren't into it because they've seen the video clip too many times, and they didn't quite get the reference to that sort of David Attenborough style of commentary, where he's sort of slow and whispers and all that type of thing. So yeah, that's cool. But they gave us a thumbs down. We'll just go back and have another whack at it. But I think, yeah.
So
what are you
what do you
wondering?
think?
Sovereign, it seems like your work are always in progress. That's what I like. You never know what to expect. It seems like they're always in progress.
Well, it was a new intro I gave Archie 2 days ago, but the lazy bugger didn't even bother to fucking download it or queue it up for the last 2 days. So,
It's always nice doing work for free that somebody doesn't
and
appreciate.
Serdy Danny provided the talent for the yet to be seen intro, and poor Serdy's been hanging out for it because he's a master. And I'm saying, it's coming, mate. It's coming. I said, well, so's fucking Christmas, you know.
Serdy is Marshmallow, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's really good.
We've got Luke M Tech in the house. Hey, Luke.
Guys.
Thanks for coming, because you got the keys, haven't you, Luke?
I do, yeah. That's why I came on. I thought maybe we could go a little longer, then you could bow out
Mate,
if you want.
yeah, I'd like to bow out if that's okay.
Have you got the keys to Plastic's mask and his chastity belt?
No, I don't have that.
Only my wife has the keys.
The
to
narc would like to
belt,
undo
mate.
Plastic's chastity belt and see what's underneath.
I'm actually in the middle of a tornado warning here in Florida. This hurricane is about ready to.
Oh, you haven't seen anything until Archie arrives, mate. That's fucking nothing.
Wow, so that's crazy. So it's good to see that Tim's going to donate some of his super chats to the people of Florida, mate. I think it's fantastic.
Can you just
I'm
imagine?
in the middle of it right now, guys.
Could you just imagine
Jesus.
there'd be Mathis hunkering down with Lex in the same shelter?
That
would be funny.
would be a Kodak moment for sure.
No
doubt.
So have you got any footage, any sort of peekaboo out the window footage? We got Sorokovic as well. Wow, it's an all-star cast.
G'day, gents.
Hi, Sorokovic.
We got Sorokovic and Luke Emtek to the rescue, and Luke Emtek is in the middle of the bloody hurricane in Florida, so he's very brave for jumping on.
I'm in the middle of jobs.
Are you all heading to Trumpy's place to hunker down?
Yeah, Trump is only about 25 minutes away from me, from where I am in Mar-a-Lago. I'm pretty close.
He'd have the underground bunker there, wouldn't he?
Oh, I'm sure he does. Does.
Guys, I got to go. Thanks for jumping on.
I have to do too.
And,
There's the phone ringing at work, so I better see you later, guys.
Luke, see you, Sol.
Have a good one.
Okay, see you later.
See you, Sol. Nice meeting you.
Luke, Rocco.
Before you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. Fuck.
I just reach out on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'll do that. I was just thinking because he was talking about a new intro. Is that for here or for the for Archie?
It's only going to be one or the other. Flip a coin. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. He just does so much work at the moment.
For me, as an MP4, I can upload it.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's. I think. I
just can't convert from YouTube. That's all.
Oh, clip grab. That's a software that he told me to use, and that's what I used to put the new dungeon intro up the other day. Clip grab, it's called. It's a YouTube. Clip grab. Yeah, you can grab anything from YouTube, and it'll strip it down to MP4. You can upload it.
I remember that.
Yeah, I got to go, guys. Thanks for jumping on, Sirocco, Luke, and
right,
nice talking to you, Curly.
Have a good
Always
dinner.
good talking to you.
Lunch.
Yep, good lunch for me, and see you later, everyone in the chat.
All right,
Take it
later,
easy.
Plastic.
See you guys.
All right.
Sirocco, are you still sitting in the same bay that you showed us the other day?
No, I'm back in port. I came back yesterday
You
morning.
came back in port?
Yeah, and I've been doing plumbing issues.
Ooh, on the boat?
Yeah. The plumbing issues of the worst possible variety.
Oh, I was going to ask you that. That's not fun.
Yeah, that is not cool. I'll give everyone a laugh, especially Chin the Chin. Chin the Chin, I can see you when I'm in StreamYard, but I can't see you in YouTube. But just by the way, so I think, and I've checked my settings, Chin the Chin. I haven't blocked you, so you've obviously had me blocked. Just saying. But I'll give him a laugh because I came in and I thought, right, let's. I had a shower and I thought I better go into this gunny problem. And the first thing I did was I sprayed myself with this very fresh, horrible Absolutely fucking disgusting.
You sound
Toilet
like
roll.
you haven't recovered yet.
I fucking haven't. I can still smell it. Showered 3 times since, and I can still smell it.
Oh shit!
Did you wash it down with a little Stella at least?
I had a few Stellas later. Yeah.
I would imagine after a traumatic experience like that, it's never fun getting sprayed. What did you do? You have to take stuff apart, or
Pretty much try to unblock the system, and I vacuumed everything out, and then I put the vacuum on blow, and I should have sealed it a bit better than I did. Let's put it that way.
you have to go down under the hull, or
No, just in the
from the top?
Yeah, just in the top. Yeah, just do it in the bilge area.
Yeah, you don't.
He hasn't blocked me, and I haven't got him blocked, so I don't know what's going on. I don't see him on YouTube. I haven't done for weeks.
You have to be pretty handy when you live on the boat, don't you?
Yeah.
You've got to be flexible. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I could just imagine on land how much a plumber charges. I can't even imagine what they charge having to come on a boat.
Usually around, depending, about $80 to $100 an hour. So Australian.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad. The problem is with this marina, it's a massive marina compared to where I was, but
so
there's not many places.
Long wait time, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pavel. I know. I've been checking my Google settings, and no, I've got no one blocked. So,
what are they talking about, Sirocco?
Chin to Chin. I never see when I'm on YouTube under my own name. I don't see any of Chin to Chin's stuff. When I go into YouTube as Horology Dungeon, which I can do, me and Dodger can do that.
Right.
I see everything, and then again, I see everything in StreamYard as well. But and I've got a few of those stupid bloody Russian website things blocked, which I don't want to see. But no one else. So it is a mystery.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So what year is your boat, Sirocco?
It's a 2008.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
So, I've had it 3 years, coming up 3 years. Just over 3 years. 3 years and 3 weeks, thinking about it. So, yeah, he's had a few.
And you live on there by yourself?
I live on it by myself. I love it.
Good for
I
you.
thought about buying a house, and I've lived on this is my second boat.
Nice.
I lived on the other one for 10 years and then upgraded to this one. And I just can't see myself.
Now, do you travel a lot in it, Sirocco? Or are you just
I move up and down the coast a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go too far, a couple of 100 miles max. That's
right.
Where I am is actually I've moved up here about 6-7 weeks ago now, and I'm going to stay here now for the summer, which is
right.
Then going to go into winter next year. So I'm going to be here for about a year. I can't be bothered to go back. This place has got tropical islands abound, good little anchorages, good places to explore. So yeah, I'm just going to hang out here.
Is it pretty calm, the seas there, Sirocco, for the most part?
We were just talking about that just now, actually. No, it's I guess it's 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got hurricane watch going on Dungeon 2.0.
Yeah, I've seen that down in Miami or Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I am, Sirocco. We actually got tornado warnings, sirens going off, and all kind of shit around here. Yeah, they had a tornado about 20 minutes away from me. Went right through a whole community, and the cars were all piled up on each other, and it's a mess. And the hurricane hasn't even reached landfall yet. So
okay, but you're just coming into hurricane season now, aren't you?
No, this is towards the end of it.
Oh, okay.
This is the end of it. Yeah,
So it's in a quiet season.
It starts in like the end of May and goes through like the 1st of November. So we're almost out of it. Got
Yep.
about another
Okay.
month of it. Yeah.
Yes. So you've had a fairly quiet hurricane season.
Yeah.
Then.
Very much so. Yeah.
Yep.
Is this your first hurricane, Luke, or you've been through a couple?
No, I've been through them before. Yeah, it's just the thing with the hurricanes is, for me, the worst part about it is your power usually goes out, and that kind of sucks, man. I don't have a generator, so, if the power goes out.
Yeah, that was a hot topic today. I was talking to Lex about it. I guess he's interested in putting one in on his house.
Yeah, Lex is going to get hit pretty hard where he is. He's
Yeah, it
like
sounded
right
like
there.
it.
Yeah, he's going to probably get 90, 100-mile-an-hour winds where he is.
Wow.
So, it's not,
Guys,
it's not
I'm going to have
good.
to jump off quickly. I might come back. I'm just in the middle of some boat jobs, so I just thought I'd jump in and solve a question, but he disappeared. So anyway, I'll try. I'll see if I can jump back on a little later.
All right, Sirocco.
All right, Sirocco. It's
Okay,
good talking
take it
to you,
easy,
man.
guys. Have fun.
Take it easy.
So it's just me and Curly now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jesus
So
fucking
funny.
Christ, man.
You know how many? I was told that so many times, Curly. That man, I'm like, come on, man, really? Seriously?
I was like, check it out. I lost my hair. I grew a goatee, and my gap in my front tooth fucking went away. Beautiful.
Well, at least I'm half Italian, Curly. I'm half of you.
Oh my God, dude, these guys, like, you're like fucking public threat #1 to these guys. I don't get it.
Man, I don't either, man. It's like you said tonight. I have this little bullshit channel with 90-some subscribers, but everything I say, they just get twisted, man. It twists them up.
Listen, dude, I actually didn't think it would ever get to the point where these guys would take stuff this serious. That's what's. I just find it weird. That's all. I do this to entertain myself at the end of the night. Like I said, I still got the sleep patterns that I had when I used to be out in the field, and most of our work was done on second and third shift, so I don't sleep that much during the night. I kind of take my cat naps in the daytime, but
yeah, me too.
I always said when things get awkward, man, it's just no fun. I mean, it just got so weird,
What's this guy? Let me ask you something. What's this guy, Pavel? He's always got something smarky to say.
Pavel's a good. He's a good troll.
Oh, is he? All right. Okay.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He's
like, you're kind of the newbie boomers without watches, relaxed guys. I don't even know what I don't know. I have watches. I don't have Rolexes, but I do enjoy watches. I mean, I'm not independently wealthy where I can just go out and buy it.
Good people. Hey, listen, it's like a tick. If you let it get under your skin, it'll bother you. If you just let them sit there, just who cares?
Yeah, I was just wondering about it because I see him in the.
And Pavel, I'm not comparing you to a tick, okay? It's an analogy. Jesus.
Oh, I know that. I know that. Absolutely. No, I see him at Fat Windbag Bat says Pavel's as good as a Diggler trolling. Oh, okay. There we go.
For quite a while when I jumped on these streams, I mean, I'll admit it. When I jumped on StreamYard, it was automatically in private chat, so it was blank.
Yeah.
So I never paid any attention to it. But then when people would bring up comments, and I'm like, where are they getting these from? So
yeah.
One day, I forget who explained it to me. I think it was Crappie. He said, when you go into StreamYard, just click on comments and you'll see them. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then I wasn't paying attention to them. But it's actually like now that it's just me and you, it's actually fun looking through the comments and commenting on it, being interactive with the people who are bored enough to be here watching us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I figured I'd jump on. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I probably am not going to get a lot of sleep tonight because
just keep your mind off of what's happening.
The weather is just fucking horrendous. My little dog is scared.
So I was just going to ask you that. How does your dog take lightning and thunder?
Not good.
She gets afraid. She gets anxiety.
She starts shaking and she starts panting, and like right now the rain is just pelting against outside, you could hear it. So
Does she?
yeah, it's going to be a long couple days. But
does she
it'll get
hide, or
fun.
does she just get? Does she just stick by you?
No. I mean, if she's right on me. I mean, Curly.
Yeah.
I mean, she's right here, right on the pillow, right next to me. I'm in bed right now, but yeah, she's just laying here. I feel sorry for her, because it scares her really bad. The bad
You know
weather.
what?
So.
You know what I ended up doing. My female, she was 178 pounds. She's down to 158. And my male is like a $117, $120. I don't know. They haven't been to the vet in a year. I'm taking them the third. So I'll
Right.
find out exactly what they weigh. But
Right.
I could tell just by looking at both of them. I put them both on a diet for a while because they got a little
How
big.
old are they, Curly?
My male is 8 years old and she's 6.5, 7.
Yeah.
But they're
Daisy's
huge.
gonna be.
But they're
Daisy's
big.
gonna be 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I had my male for a year by himself. He was never bothered with lightning and thunder, but it's weird because fireworks don't bother her. You could shoot a gun near her. It
That's
doesn't
true.
bother her.
That's the same thing with my dog. The fireworks don't bother her.
Yeah,
at all.
but when it's for some reason, when you incorporate lightning and thunder, she gets anxiety, and I couldn't have them. You can't have these two beasts jump into bed.
No.
It's like,
no.
and then they're panting, and it's like you're sitting in a massage bed. You know what I mean? So, and this was 4 years ago. You know what I ended up doing? I ended up putting leashes on them, and I just started walking them in a thunderstorm.
Oh, okay.
And they got used to it. I mean, it was a little tough the first couple of times, but every time that there was a thunderstorm, I put on a rain, my fishing gear, my rain gear,
Sure.
and I would just take them out. And it finally.
Now, do you take them fishing with you when you go fishing or not?
If I go to inland lakes, yes, I do. I don't take both of them at the same time. They're too big. They get in the way.
Okay.
So I take one at a time. But if I go like on Lake Michigan, I won't.
Right.
Because there's too much going on. Because when we go on Lake Michigan, we're trolling. We're not just putzing around casting.
Right.
And a lot of times when I go, it's never glass flat calm. There's always a little wake.
Yeah.
So I can't take them because I got too much stuff in the water. If they go overboard, they'll get caught up in my lures and shit. So I don't take them on the inland lake. I take them all the time. They love going
Right.
over.
You have a boat, right, Carly? You have a boat?
I got two. I got a boat for big water, Lake Michigan. I got a smaller boat for the smaller. I actually took my small boat and I converted it to all electric. So then I could take. We got what they call forest preserves.
Okay.
And a lot of the lakes, I like fish, and you can't bring a gas motor in there.
Okay.
So this year it's a 17-foot boat, and I took the outboard off of it. It had a 50 horse, and I took it off, and I put an electric trolling motor in the back, and then another electric trolling motor in the front, and I got five batteries.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I'm able to. Yeah, these little forest preserve. I mean, there's some nice, some of them are 700 acres, and they
right.
they actually they actually got nice bass in them. So
Nice.
Quite surprised.
Hey JL, how you doing, man?
Good evening, Luke. Good evening, Curly. How you going?
Buongiorno, buonasera, JL.
Mate, I got to apologise to you, Curly. I did my typo on the super chat, mate.
What?
JL, I'm getting blamed for everything. I'm like an extremist troll. I'm calling people pedophiles. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, well, it was really funny because when I started that stream last night, he popped on pretty well straight away, and he was commenting in the chat, right? And it was as if he was watching a different stream, and he was actually typing into our chat by mistake.
That's what happens when they want to set a narrative. Everything else that goes around them does. It's like the guy that's walking and he's not paying attention, and all of a sudden he looks down and he's walking on the pillar of a bridge and he never paid attention to where he was walking. That's them.
Yeah, so that stream went for about 6 hours last night, and he was on pretty well right away, and he was right on to when you turned it off last night, wasn't it, Luke?
Oh, did we lose Luke?
No, I'm still here.
Oh.
I'm just getting tornado warnings, guys. That's what that
okay.
was. Yeah, the weather's real shitty right now.
Curly, read it out.
Super chat, Fat Windbag Ben, £5. Curly, read it out.
Riccio il tuo como Mike il serpente. Un
What the hell's he saying?
I don't even know what the fuck he's saying.
Rico means rich.
Rico il tuo como. I'm rich like Mike the Snake. Sui.
He's fast.
What is that last word? I don't understand the last word.
Is fast, so it means he goes.
Velocità.
Yeah,
I got you. That's so creepy. Reading a comment written in Italian with that fucking creepy ass avatar.
Well, I didn't realize it was Italian. I'm looking at that, and I didn't even realize that.
Oh, I was on when I was the last time that I was on those live stream with you, JL. I didn't even notice. I kind of rewatched it, and I saw that he had all those. A lot of his chats were written in Italian. I didn't notice it while it was happening. I was like, this guy he writes Italian really good for a Scotsman. Everybody told me he was a Scotsman. He might.
Did you see what Fat Windbag Ben? He said Curly is Mike the Snake on speed.
There you go. Oh God.
Yeah.
JL, were you on last night when Angelic was on?
Yeah. I started the stream and I was on for about 5 minutes by myself. Then Shop hopped on, and then within 5 minutes, both Angelic and Plastic both jumped on. So, he did not say anything about you whatsoever. Like he was just saying, he thinks that he doesn't want any pressure to like have to play music. And I said, dude, man. Like, you don't have to play music.
JL, I kind of sense that. That's why a couple of times I just said, riff whatever you want. Just, because he's it's kind of, you can't just throw fucking request in like he's a guy on a street, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather just, when he's comfortable, he'll play,
And then he was saying, he goes, well, if I'm not playing my music, then, I don't know how I fit into the panel. And I said, dude, people want you on the panel. You've got more to offer than your guitar. People look forward to listening to you talk and listening to your opinion on things. He goes, okay, maybe you're not like a full-on watch person, but you're still extremely entertaining.
Oh, he's so eclectic, man. He could talk about pebbles and it'd be interesting to me. I love him.
Yeah, I do.
Well, when I thought something was up, JL, is when he mentioned that he played on his he did his own live stream and he played music on it. I was like, well, if he wants to do that, they should just give him a place on the dungeon where he could. I guarantee you, a lot of people would watch. I'd rather have him.
He's also reading a lot of negative. There's a lot.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. There's some jackass.
Look, the thing is, the people that are negative are people that have got like, he's got more. Angelic's got more talent in the tip of his little finger than what they have in their entire body. You know what I mean? And it's just jealousy. You know what I mean? And like to the point where okay, well, what he plays isn't perfect, but for a dude who's hasn't really played very much in a while. And he's taking requests. Someone just writes something in the chat, and the guy gives it a go. You got to give him props for that.
JL, right. Look at when we told him to play whatever he wants, and he got the delay and the wah-wah pedals involved. That was just. I actually thought like I was in a movie theater watching. The beginning of a movie. It was so cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was cool.
But the thing is, I enjoyed Angelic's music as much as I enjoyed when we were going through Archie's Train collection. It was so cool,
Yeah.
He's just a genuinely he's just a genuinely type of person that you just want to hang around with, you know. So
Yeah,
I
he's
know
really
whoever the fuck that insider information was, I didn't even pay any attention to it because Angelic knows the way I feel about him. I mean, I've never.
I think maybe all the negativity might be getting to him too, guys. You know, just
No,
could
you
be
know,
dragging him down.
Luke, he does, you know, he said it himself, you know, kind of, you know, he said it himself. He made a comment one time, but what do you think? I'm a monkey, you know, because they were telling play this, play that. I know exactly how he feels. He's a composer, an artist. He wants to play his own shit. You know, he doesn't want to sit up there and have people fucking throw, you know, bring a $2 super chat, play Led Zeppelin, play this, play that. He's not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Well, last night was funny because someone super chat for him to play something, and then they didn't realize it was 11 p.m. Like, there's no way he's going to fire up his amp. So he goes, "Oh well, I guess I owe you one," you know. But then he did say he wasn't going to be, wouldn't be on today or tomorrow because he's got some stuff to do.
Well, it's like he said, he doesn't feel like playing every night. You know, maybe
sure.
you know when he comes on there, he doesn't feel like playing. He just wants to shoot the shit with everybody on there. Doesn't want to feel the pressure of playing.
Dude, I could just kick back and listen to the guy. I don't give a fuck what he talks about. Just for the pure joy that he has when he's talking about something, it just draws me in. You know, I don't expect everybody to be like that, but you know, I like that. I like having conversation with people who know how to have a conversation. And Angelic can have a conversation, like I said, about fucking pebble or concrete, and it would interest me because he's just an engaging person, you know.
Yeah.
And whoever
did you
the
hear
fuck
any of last night's dungeon?
JL, I'm waiting for this to end so I can watch it.
Yeah, there was. We spoke about crap with everyone for a while. Then just as I sort of go off, Dodger and Angelic start talking about music, and like, you know, look, I like music, but you know, am I fully engrossed in music? No.
Yeah,
but,
me neither.
Dodger and Angelic, the type of music they like is all from a very similar era.
Right.
And they just started going off. And like he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get off, you know, I'm sitting on a stool, you know, I can't sit on here longer." And they were talking for like 2 hours, I think, until you guys hopped on.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was like crazy. It was you could just see he knows so much. He's and he enjoys it, like the way he talks about it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, when he had those little pocket electronic games. Look, he's got the charisma. He's got everything. You know what I mean? If you can't appreciate Angelic for being Angelic, you know, I don't care about the guitar. It's just Angelic is Angelic. If you can't enjoy him for what he is, then you haven't experienced life enough to really enjoy a person like that. I mean, can you imagine sitting down and having a couple of beers with that guy and just having a night of shooting his shit? I would love it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm boring as batshit in comparison to Angelic.
No, you're not.
But, I enjoy turning the stream on and it's, you know, enjoying listening to people talk and chat and all that. And if I can participate, then that's fine. But you know, I get more out of it.
Dude, I want to see that kit one of these days when you're set up for it. I want you to give me a long explanation and a peek at that kit car if you don't mind. I want to see that thing really good.
What I'll do is I'll bring up photos rather than like
yeah. It just fascinates me that's in your garage in Australia. You know what I mean? It's so cool. So
there's like a really crazy story on how it sort of came about. You know,
I could imagine.
Yeah. No, look, you know, the problem is when we, you know, one day you just got to hop onto the dungeon, I guess, because it would be early or morning or early-ish anyway, or you know, we'll see.
Yeah, dude, I sleep here when it comes to here. I sleep mostly in the daytime. I mean, you know, people are like, "Don't you drive your wife nuts?" She's used to it. I mean, this has been our lives for the last, you know, 15 years. So I never, 15 years straight. I never worked in the daytime. I've never, you know, just never worked in the daytime. Everything we did was off hours. And
wow, that's cool.
and holidays, and some places you can't shut down until. I missed a couple of Christmases, a couple of New Year, a lot of New Year's. New Year's was always I mean, you can't shut down data centers in the middle of the daytime, or else you lose fucking Amazon connections, internet connections,
Right.
So we always did it on fucking wacky hours. So, but that was it. Fucking Narc's been on fire the last 2 or 3 days, man. That guy I love him. I mean,
he seems to be really hitting his stride, Carl.
Dude, if you ever were to go fucking into some hairy situation, that's the motherfucker you want next to you. That's the guy you want. That's out of anybody in this Archie verse, that's the dude that I would want next to me if I ever had to enter a hairy situation, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like, at the moment, you and after that green room stream, yourself and the Narc have been public enemy #1.
Yeah. I don't. You know what? The thing I respect about Narc is he gives zero fucks like I do. Who cares? Timmy's like a fucking little puppy dog. It's like picking on a puppy dog when you really get down to it. I mean, when he started like telling him, Timmy, shut the stream off, Timmy. It's over. Shut it off. This is like kicking my puppy. I started laughing.
I'm still trying to figure out why he even went on there, to be honest with you, Curly. I mean, Jesus, he had to know that was coming.
Because he views green room's never. I don't know if green room realized. I think green room realized because he views green room as a threat. Anybody why would they bother with Lex? Why would they? How come they know everything that Lex says? How come they know everything? Even Crappie, when Crappie started, when all that nonsense was going on, and Crappie's started getting 30 or 40 people on his streams, then all of a sudden Timmy knew what Crappie was talking about. They know what everybody from this Archie verse, when they go on other streams, they know. Marcelo. When Marcelo started having these crazy streams where he would get more than 15 people, they know what's going on. You know how many times
and deploy.
Yeah, you know how many times I've seen OCs and watch Nicholas's comment section when there's like 22 people on there?
Wow.
That's what these guys do. That's what they do, Why is Timmy all of a sudden streaming 6+ hours every night?
Yeah.
Green Room did it one time, and now all of a sudden it's a thing that they do all the time. These guys are
the man. Crappy luck. How you going?
Hey, good. Hello, everybody.
They are threatened by. Why are they threatened by you, Luke? What possible reason could they have? How are you a threat to them? It's for a simple reason. It's because
you know why?
I know
because
why.
He's just a guy, and he seems like a normal person.
Exactly.
And why would a normal person go out of his way to cause drama for other people unless it's true?
You know what, JL? It didn't hit me. I think it was the second time Bear said it. One time I read it in the comments, and then he said it, and it kind of went in passing. But then it stuck the second time I heard him say it. No matter what, there's always going to be 30 to 35% of the people that share the Archie verse, Tim verse, that actually believe their narrative. So they have to always know what's going on, and they have to always buttress their narrative to keep those people on a leash.
Yeah.
And it's no different than like here in America when Democrats want to keep the minority vote. They will do and say anything to do it. And that's what those guys are. And when Bear said they're politicians, his analogy couldn't be more perfect.
Yeah.
They are politicians, and they use the narrative to keep. That's their base. They feel like those people are their base, and they want them. But the minute you say something, the minute that they see that you see through their bullshit, then you're an extremist troll. Then you're a wacko. Like they call Luke a wacko. I'm an extremist troll. Narc is a fucking madman. We're psychos. We're losers. We don't want them here, And little by little, when they see that they're losing a couple of people here and a couple of people there, that their narrative doesn't work, they turn on them.
But as long as they got that 35% of people that believe they're bullshit, they keep
Yeah.
it up. They're doing it right now.
Yeah. Hey, Curly, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I just
Guys,
turned on,
it's
when I-
Beamer here. How are you?
Is that Archie?
Reporting for duty. Reporting
Oh
for
my God.
duty. Here we
Archie,
are. Mount.
Archie, are you Gonzo
So-
streaming?
He's reporting for
Gonzo
traffic
streaming
jam.
here. Here we
Hell
go,
yeah.
guys. Gonzo streaming.
There goes my
Gonzo
question.
streaming.
All right.
Guys, here we go. We're at a diner. This is a Aussie diner. Look at this. Look at this. Full screen. Full screen, guys. Full screen. Full screen. This is my favorite food, pizza. Pizza.
Mountain
Look at this.
Green.
It's 1950s diner. Look at this.
Wow.
Comfy chairs, old school. Look at this, guys.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
It looks like
And-
that could be on the beach in Florida. That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's all so beautiful. No, we've got a booth over here. Look, there we are. We've got a booth over here. Look at this booth. There's the kids. They want to say hello.
Hey,
Say hello.
Hi, guys.
That's the guy who did the clarinet before. And we've got the guy who next to there's going to do the bees next week. We're going to get the bees out. Say hello. Shy. They're a bit shy. They all look away. They all look away. You know what I mean?
Have you had the pizza yet, Arch?
No. That's why I'm ringing you guys. I need somebody to take my mind off it. I'm so hungry. Hungry hippos. Look, they got little doggies here. Look at the doggies.
Look
Some
at
people brought
that.
some pets along. And I'll show you. Have a look at this. This is so cool, man. Look, we've got 9 pinball machines
Cool.
here.
Look at that. Yeah.
Look at that. Rock me. You know, it's just so cool. It's just so cool. And have a look in the car park. There's the blue Beamer. The Beamer. The Beamer. The Beamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love my Beamer. You know that? Here we are. Look at this. We're in the mountains today. The mountains. Look at this. Beautiful mountains. Mount Tambourine. Is plastic still there?
No, he's gone.
Arch, are you still in Brisbane?
No, this is like about 80 kilometers out. It's just Gold Coast, more Gold Coast hinterland. This is the mountains. We're in the mountains.
Looks
We're
like
here
a
in
bit
the.
of an overcast day, huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful. You don't want it too hot. Look at this.
Right.
It's comfy chairs. I can just sit down here, relax, man, and stream. You know what I mean? Gonzo.
Are you
Nice.
gonna
You know,
have
I gotta.
any tequila on the menu, Archie?
Hey, they gave us a free bottle of Coke. You know what? I got to tell you, man, this is living. Out with the family, just having a good time, you know?
Good for you,
That's it.
Archie.
I love it. How are you guys going? Tell me this.
Well, we started out with plastic and me, and then a couple of people jumped on here, and we're having just a boomer conversation.
I got to tell you, honestly, I want to say this to you, honestly, no bullshit, okay? I want to say this to you. What I want to say is, you know, I can't handle that, how they use this logic, right? What I can't handle is how they use this logic to actually, let me have a look. I don't like it how they use this logic to make you feel like you're insane. You know what I mean? They use the circular logic. They said, we never said this. Who said that ER didn't exist? Then you had the sound clip. You know, Curly?
Right.
How are they going to respond to that? They've been caught lying. They've lost their credibility. Do you understand? And I got to tell you, what really makes me so angry, what makes me angry as a middle-aged man, I try and believe in fairness. I believe in right and wrong, and I believe in fairness. When somebody says something and then they deny saying it, that makes me insane. Do you understand that?
Yeah, me too.
You know, Archie, you got a bad habit of making yourself an easy target, and you shouldn't do that. You got a good community that supports you. A couple of video clips would destroy their narrative, and that's what you got to do. You got to destroy their narrative. And video clips is the best way to do it.
can you send me the link? You know, I think the narc showed you how to do the timestamp. If you send me that, I'll do it. Okay.
I'm trying to learn how to do it. If I don't know how to do it, I'll talk to the narc again too.
Or even just send me. You got my email address, archieluxury72@gmail.
I do.
All you got to
just
do
send
is
the- you could just
send
send
me
the
the link
timestamp too.
and tell me the timestamp. Say to me it's at this point.
Right.
You know what I'm going to do,
And-
Arch? Because Luke knows how to do it. I'm going to talk to Luke. I'm going to tell him exactly where it's
Okay.
at, and I'll have Luke do it if he can.
There's no rush. We can do this in the next day or so. I want to know how they're going to. You know what? The thing is, they use this circular logic to argue. Even OC's starting to use the same techniques. That's what makes me so angry. Is that it's not just you know, failed to launch. It's OC's using the same techniques, and they're so dishonest. It's so dishonest. You know what I mean?
He's a wet Kleenex. He's nothing but a wet
Man.
Kleenex. It'll take nothing
Man.
to shut him up.
You know, Arch. You know, Arch is like
Yes.
what we talked about before. They always think they're the smartest one in the room.
Yeah,
that's just the what they think.
And you know, they actually said to me, the narrative, listen to this. Timmy's narrative was, oh, that Luke Emtech, he's insane, Arch. Be careful of him. What? Anyone who doesn't agree with him is insane. They got mental problems. You don't agree with him and you question him. And I said to Timmy, this was a while ago, actually. I remember it because I can remember this shit. Because it does my head in. He said, oh, be very careful with Luke Emtech. He's insane. And that's the same thing with, remember Lex Report. He says Doc's Report. Doc's Report. Lex Report's never doxed him ever. This is all in his imagination.
Right.
Hey,
He changes. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Crappy here. Can I ask that question, Lex, and Archie can listen to that? Okay. I'm sorry, not Lex. Curly.
Hey, do you reckon there's people have walked away from their pizzas? Do you reckon I should grab a piece of their pizza? What do you reckon?
Go for it, Arch. Go for it. Fuck it.
Some nice French fries, you know.
Fuck it. Grab a slice.
How do I know they've gone? But how do I know if they've gone or they're coming back? How do I know that?
Maybe just hang out there a couple minutes.
What do you reckon?
That's funny, Archie.
What do you reckon? I'm really hungry. The only fucking problem is they got pineapple on the pizza.
Oh.
They got pineapple. Look.
Yeah, they got that Hawaiian pizza.
I'll grab some of these fries, but they're kind of.
Is he eating the other people's food?
It's his family.
Sure is.
God.
What
if one of the people there sneezed in it or coughed all over it?
I don't worry about that. What's that? Is that going to kill me?
Bit of extra flavor.
Well, don't know.
Enjoy it, Archie. Don't worry about it.
Is that really going to kill me?
Then again, considering how much amoxicillin you have flowing through your bloodstream,
Hey.
you're safe.
You know what? I might just have another bit of chips. Those chips are fucking amazing. They're double fried. Double fried.
Oh, fucking Archie, man. He's fucking hilarious. Holy shit, man. You are funny, Archie. I'll give you that.
Arch, is that your table? That's not even. That's not his kid's table, is it?
No.
There were two ladies sitting on the table before.
Now, this is not a three-piece hunger buster meal feed gouge out. This is a drive-by. What would you call it?
Come on, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you. Dumpster diving.
This is what you
In
call
LA.
grazing. He's grazing.
This
No
is a
pizza,
drive-by
Arch? You're not gonna
grazing,
go for the
second-hand fist feed.
Archie,
This
you're
is
not
a
going to go over
dungeon.
the pizza? No?
This is a dungeon. Anything goes in the dungeon.
I want to go back more for those chips. Were amazing. You know that they were
Pizza,
amazing.
Arch?
No.
pizza?
Well, I had pineapple. I got pizza coming.
Oh, okay.
I'm on a diet. I didn't order chips for myself.
What kind of pizzas did you order, Arch? What are
Okay.
the toppings?
Garlic prawn.
Oh, garlic and shrimp. Okay.
I got pepperoni.
Nice.
and a Caprisco.
Pavel,
Got a super
$4.99 super chat. Freebie meal deal.
Pavel
How is
left
the-
the $4.99
It's a
super
freebie
chat.
meal deal, right? Yeah.
How is the pizza there, Arch? Very thin or medium crust, or what do you think?
Medium. I've come here before. They're just nice family business. You know, it's just cool, you know?
Oh, I love Archie, man. How can you not love Archie?
Oh, I wish the narc was here.
Holy shit, man.
They're really good. These chips are amazing. I don't want to waste
so
them, you know
glad
what I
I
mean?
got the
Are they
stream
still
going,
warm?
Charlie.
Are they still warm? Or?
Of course. I got standards.
Are you sure they
Okay,
didn't just go
Marcy.
to the bathroom and they just dropped that meal down for them? They left?
Yeah, they're gone.
Fuck it. Yeah.
They're amazing.
Okay, guys, I'm going to head back to work. Enjoy your day, Arch. Have a good
All
stream,
right,
everyone
JL.
else.
Hey, I better let you go, guys.
See you, JL.
Take it easy, JL. How are the chips? Good,
Dead
Archie?
there. I thought they came back.
How are the chips?
Thought they
Good?
You know what? And you know what? Something? When you get the free ones, there's no calories in them, and they taste better.
Uh-huh.
You know that?
You don't like ketchup with your chips, huh?
No, not really. I'm on a diet. That's the sauces have got sugar in them. Okay.
Well, give the mouth a little wipe, Arch.
The fried potatoes are good for the diet. A little ketchup.
Give
is no
the
good.
lips a little wipe with your hand. Just give them. There you go. Attaboy.
That was
By
great.
the way, I'm wearing the green strap. You know the green strap there. Look at that.
Oh, the reverso.
The Range
yeah.
Rover. This is the Theo and Harris Range Rover strap.
That's nice. So what are
yeah,
you
I
doing the
gotta
rest of the
tell you.
day, Archie, after this?
We're gonna go a bit of walking. There's a nice rainforest here, and then we're gonna go for there's a botanical gardens here. We're just having a bit of a day out, you know.
Hey,
nice.
Arch, 1 out of 10. What do you think the number is going to be that you get pizza sauce on your shirt? 1 out of 10.
Oh no! I'm not gonna waste pizza sauce. I love pizza sauce. Do you eat the crust?
It's the first thing I eat.
Shit, yeah.
Crusts are good. Crusts are very good.
I always eat my pizza reverse. I always eat the
Wait
crust
till you get
first.
to New York, Arch. You wait till you get to New York and have that New York pizza. You're
Oh
gonna
my God.
died and went to heaven.
I got to tell you what. See, they're already trying to push that narrative. The U.S. tour is going to be a disaster.
No,
They're
it's not.
already They're trying to push that narrative. You know what I mean?
You got grown-ups looking after you, Archie, not a petulant child like Timmy.
Exactly.
Archie, it's
That's
not like you haven't traveled anywhere before. I mean, give me a break.
Let's have a few more. They're really well done. You know that? Those chips are fucking amazing.
Can we hear some play-by-play by you?
Yeah, I had a question for you at the moment Archie came on. So if I could ask this, it's all relevant to everybody here. When I came on, Curly, you were saying something like, yeah, Tim watches that channel, he watches Crappy's channel, and then he watches this guy's channel. He knows what everybody's doing, and then they talk about that. You said something like that? Do you remember?
I did.
Can you elaborate on that sentence again? Because
I'll tell you exactly what it was. When the drama was going on, remember when you started getting about 25, 30 viewers when you okay. There were people in the chat that are part of Timmy's brown shirt crew, as Lex calls them. Those brown shirts that Lex talks about, they're not.
Well, let's not beat around the
imaginary.
bush. We can just call them the Sturmabteilung.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. And they were commenting a lot because when Bear came on there, that they were basically saying that you were a shoulder for Bear to cry on because he couldn't go on any other channels. That's why he was on your channel.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really? I know.
Yeah.
Gee, they're talking about me. Oh,
They talk about everybody, Crappie. That's what people miss. They talk about everybody. They are threatening anybody that comes off of the Archie Uverse and has a channel, whether they have 80 subscribers, 90 subscribers, or 2,000 or 1,700. They monitor it all because they feel that the community is theirs. And it never hit me when Bear made a comment. He made it twice, and it finally hit me. It finally struck me when Bear said there's 30 to 35% of the people that these guys target their narrative to, because they don't want to see them go to other people's channels.
Yeah,
He's
it's funny
absolutely
that
right.
it's funny that you say that Bear's over on Crappy's channel because he needs a soft shoulder to cry on, which is very, very
Well,
funny
that's when the drama was going on.
because when Bear was on my show, as anybody who was listening would verify, it was so far removed from
exactly
that
That's
we were having a really good conversation about
exactly. But
not
that's
about not in
But
fact
that's
it,
not their narrative.
yeah,
That's
yeah, the conversation was nothing
You
about
guys had the most engaging conversations about all stuff, food, politics, everything.
food in
Had
Serbia
nothing to do
and
with the
Canada.
Archieverse.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the
But
Tim
it doesn't
Archie
matter.
stuff.
You know why? Because you started getting an audience, and they don't want to see that. They want you to have 7 people on your audience.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
want 30 or 40 people.
I got it.
Just like Luke. If Luke didn't get on Archie's channel and express his opinions, if he just had his channel, 9 out of 10 times they'd probably leave him alone. But because he has a platform to speak his mind and to destroy their narrative, he's a threat.
I wonder if Timmy left a thumbs up on my channel and a subscribe. But so anyway, I wanted to ask you when you said that there was something I was going to talk about, I guess later on my channel. But 4 days ago, I was talking about Showpard watches, and I showed a few of my favorites. Okay, on the Showpard website. Now, 3 or more years ago, I did an entire show all about Showpard. And I said, if I were going to buy a luxury watch, I would buy a Showpard. And I talked all about it. And in fact, when I went to Las Vegas and came back, I talked all about the Showpard boutique in Vegas. And I'm the only guy who's really gotten into Showpard. Everybody else says, I need Rolex and Patek. Anyway, so 2-3 days ago, I was talking about Showpard for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Okay. So the next day or later that day, I don't remember, I'm clicking around the channels and I click onto Tim's channel and they're talking about Showpard. And nobody talks about this brand. I mean, none of the watch guys do. Okay. Archie doesn't even talk about it. And I thought, well, now this is an amazing coincidence. They're talking about.
We spoke about Showpard today. I'm trying to help Bondage sell one.
Yeah. And Timmy's there, and they're all talking. They're on the Showpard website, and him and OC are talking about this brand. And I go, where the hell did this come from? And I thought, did he just watch my channel? I don't know.
But it's not him. It's not him doing it. He's got like Lex. When Lex says brown shirts, take it literally because Lex is a smart guy. Okay. Just like he said, when Timmy sent him that letter, it wasn't because it was a joke or a shtick. It was to say, hey, I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
When Mathis says he's going to go on the golf course and golf on Lex's golf course, it's not because it's a shtick. They're just saying, hey, we know where you live. That's the way these guys operate. They do. When Lex says they're brown shirts, they operate like brown shirts.
Right.
I'm sorry. I agree with him. If I'm missing something, somebody could correct me, but that's how I feel, and I don't think that this narrative is very easy to destroy. I wish I knew technology better because there's nothing better than video evidence to shut fucking that little, what's that guy's name? Humperdinck. What was his name? Humperdinck? Engelbert Humperdinck?
Yeah, Engelbert Humperdinck.
That's who OC reminds me of. That's what he looks like to me. Engelbert Humperdinck with his curly fucking giant forehead.
Wow.
So the easiest thing to do, give them a taste of their own medicine. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Narc, when he started playing those clips, there's nothing better than that. That's exactly, use their words, use their video, use their live streams against them.
Yeah.
Because they can't do that to us.
Right.
I don't see any losers here. Who's a loser? I don't see losers.
Curly, my thing is this: what have we said that's not true? Seriously, what have we made up? What have we said that's not true?
It doesn't matter. We could say the truth all day. It's not their truth. Their truth is a different truth. That's that formula that Bear had is perfect. A is A because B, I don't even remember. I don't even want to fuck it up. The way he broke it down is just perfect. That's the way those guys operate. You know, it's very easy. If you ever read Rules for Radicals, that's exactly what they do.
I just can't believe more people can't see through it. That's what surprises me, to be honest with you.
Again, I'll refer to Bear's comment. Very, very intuitive thing. 30 to 35% of all those people that swing on that go on both channels, 30 to 35% of them believe their narrative. The only thing you could do with people like that is show them video clips and audio clips of those people saying it. That's the only way that you break their narrative.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree with that. You know, so
Archie, did you run out of people's food to steal?
Hey, I'm just waiting for my pizza. I'm waiting for my pizza to come, you know? I'm just trying to be.
That's a beautiful setting, man. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's really, this is up in the mountains. It's so cool. It's so cool.
How's the
What
weather there?
pizza?
Is it warm? Or?
It's beautiful. It's absolutely, it's 23 degrees Celsius. It's just not too hot, not too cold.
Nice.
Perfect.
This stuff must be bugging you a little bit for you to come on and do a Gonzo stream. It must be bugging you a little bit, huh, Arch?
Yeah. Look, this whole thing, it's you know, the thing that really hurt me was that Timmy was saying, that, you know, I said to Timmy when we were friends, we were semi-friends. I said, Timmy, what are you saying that the US trip is going to be a disaster? Because that's just my stick. And I thought to myself, I don't need friends like this.
I know. You know what, Arch, but you don't fall for the bullshit. They're trying. Look at, you know, it's going to get worse because they're trying to spin you out before October 10th. Don't let them do it. You gotta reassure yourself. You're in such good hands with AC Morgan and Mike the Snake and Bondage. I mean, you got high quality people.
The only problem is Timmy's had some hotels that he's booked for me, right? And what I want to do is I want to make sure he doesn't cancel them at the last minute, because if he does, I'll be taking that out of the pen.
He's not that stupid.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah, you know,
stranger things have happened.
You know what? But that's such a petty thing to do. I don't think he'd be stupid enough to do that, Arch. I think he'll stick to a narrative. And
I said to him, why don't we catch up in New York? It'll be great. Nah, he's not made no move to say tee anything up. No move whatsoever.
But you know what? Hey, Archie, it's going to be different when you land in New York and you're with Bondage and Mr. Zoso. It might be a little different.
Well, even Rolex has come to me and said he wants to catch up. Hoff's come to me and said he wants to catch up.
That's what I'm saying. Just
there's so many people.
Don't get spun. Their narrative is to try to spin you out. Don't get spun out. Don't fall for the bullshit. When you land in New York, it'll be a completely different story.
Yeah.
If the only person that could fuck up your trip is you, that's
right.
it.
Yeah. No. This is going to be an amazing.
Of course it is.
Trip.
Of course.
I mean, can you believe this? Coming to the United States, I've wanted to come here since I was a kid. America is an amazing place to visit.
Wait till you get here. Wait till you.
I mean, you think the UK was great? You should see America.
Arch,
you know
wait
what?
till you get to San Francisco. Oh my God, the food and you're just gonna have such a good time. Just don't spin yourself out for nothing, Archie.
No. 100.
Okay, yeah, I just entered in the chat column the Tim circular logic, a good example to help everybody understand that. So
go ahead and say it.
Okay. Robbie. The Timmy circular logic. A, Archie loves ladyboys. B, ladyboys love Archie. C, Archie loves Burger Urge. D, Burger Urge loves ladyboys. E, ladyboys love Burger Urge. F, Burger Urge loves Archie. There you have it.
There you go. There it is.
And Crappie, if that doesn't work, what happens?
Well, it does work. It's the transitive property I learned in 8th grade.
See, no, but
A equals B. A equals B, B equals C, therefore A equals C. This is just a Timmy adaptation of that.
And if that doesn't work, you deflect or you talk over the person that you're having a
Exactly
debate
right. You
with.
talk over the
Yeah.
person, and then no, what Timmy does is he talks over the person, and the second step is he repeats what the person says as a question. So someone yells to
Yes.
Timmy, he says, "You're living your parents are paying for your apartment. My parents are paying for my apartment." He says, "You drive a Maserati. I drive a Maserati."
Yeah,
You
exactly.
have 5 Rolexes. I have 5 Rolexes.
Yeah.
You're
That's
not
it.
really married. I'm not really married. So those are
Right.
his 2 techniques, and people don't understand that because they just don't know what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
See, and if you're in that moment with Timmy and you don't find that funny because it's so stupid, then you're the one of the 30 to 35% that Bear talks about that circular logic works on you.
Yeah. Hey, I want to mention a big thank you, shout out to the Tim committee group there, supporters for watching my channel.
guys.
Even though it's espionage,
Guys,
I get good
guys,
numbers. Thank you.
Yes.
Pizza's coming. Pizza's coming. I got. Let's have a
All
look.
right, enjoy your
Let's have a-
time with the family, Arch.
No. Have a look, guys. Now, I'm going to show
okay.
you. I'm going to show
Oh,
you.
there it
Look
is.
at this. Oh my god. Sure, I can get an open fork. It's amazing. I can smell it. You know that? It's just gonna smells amazing. You know this? This is. I'm gonna get sauce everywhere. You know
Is
that
that
sauce?
pizza for you or the family?
Right.
Okay.
I didn't even ask.
Right.
I'm not
'Cause that way
sure.
you could gouge out just that one pizza yourself, easy.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I want some. I got 3. I ordered 3 large
you go.
ones because there's no point being stingy.
Exactly.
There you go, guys. Help yourself there. This is the garlic prawn.
So that's shrimp and garlic. That looks like a very good pizza.
Do you want an knife and fork, boys? Knife and fork for you. Knife and fork.
Making me hungry, Arch.
Knife and fork for you, Josh.
The perfect follow-up to a French fries gouge out.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm just going to test this pizza. I want to test it, you know?
It's not a bottle of red wine. The sommelier is not going to open it up and have you test it.
This reminds me of the Fat Farm video.
How is it, Arch?
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. That looks good. Archie going
Only
to
Archie
town.
uses those camera angles.
Yeah. Damn.
It's called the extreme mega in your throat close-up. They don't even use that in the porn business. It's on Archie's own camera angle work.
Okay, guys, I better shoot off. I'll be back.
All right,
All right,
Arch,
Arch.
take care.
See ya. And yeah.
Crappie.
That was amazing.
Crappie, that was a good analogy to the circular logic for sure.
Oh yeah, well that's how it comes down to, because after you understand the principle, then you realize it's just totally fucked us like everything else. So yeah. So but I'm glad to hear that Tim has his lemmings come onto my channel and do the research, because
it'd be nice if they super chatted at
it
least,
helps.
leave
It helps
a
my
little
view
tip on the
numbers.
table.
I hope they just give a thumbs up and a nice super chat at the same time. Would be nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Definitely. I heard you asking for some money tonight in the chat, Crappy. For
Oh
your
yeah, I
lunch.
was asking for some nice, kind old soul out there who has too much money.
Timmy brought his prop in, and now he's getting the $50 super chats from the old perv.
JL was saying he was getting $100 super chats from George.
Yeah, no, they're 50, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Yeah, they got Blondie sitting up there. George likes.
Oh yeah, George loves her.
Yeah,
and so does the other guy. So does the other guy. I forget his name.
Good for him.
Who's the other guy? Zeppy, right, Curly? I think he's into her too.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? He knows how to work people for their. He knows how to work people for their cash. He's good,
Well,
man.
He must have worked the entrance over at Penn Station with the 3-card Monty folding table. Yeah.
Well, he's been. It always pays off for him, like in the 8th or 9th hour. I think he's been on for about 8.5 hours. So it finally paid off. He had to bring the prop in, and she's nice and toasted. You know,
Hey
Blondie's
guys,
always.
how about some super chats, guys, in there? That would be nice. We're staying up late for you guys. Show us some love.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have cleavage besides man cleavage to show you guys.
That does work, though, Curly. That's a good ploy. It really is. Think about it.
Oh yeah, that's why I told Green Room he should just cut a loop, and you know, go through the videos of the most. I think one night she was in a nightie, like rolling around in her bed, and they fucking that old George guy was dropping $100 super chats like bombs.
I bet he was.
Yeah. Hey, Bear, come on, please.
Yeah, Bear, come on for a couple minutes.
We just had the Archie on. We could use a little no money will help.
Come on, Bear. We offer a soft, tender shoulder for you to lean on and comfort you, as I just heard. Yeah. Well,
Bear's a professional ball.
So who is George? That name.
I actually kind of like the guy, his immigrant story, but he's kind of a.
I have no idea who
he used to come on Archie's channel, but he's kind of a, I don't know.
George, don't know.
He's got money. That's good for him.
No, he definitely does. There's no doubt about that.
Lex Report on his show this morning, he happened to mention about, I don't know how it came up, about people dying with money or making a will and leaving things to your family or inheritance, something like that. And he said, yeah, listen, I'm going to be dying with money left over, you know, I don't have family to leave it to, you know, and that and this. So, yeah, that's the way it goes. And I felt like, don't you have my name and address? Don't you know?
Yeah, right.
I'll pay for the lawyer to add on the amended will. You know, don't just leave it there for the county of the city of whatever to take your estate. That's no good.
Yeah.
But you know, he might just leave it to the local gopher rescue fund or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit after you left, you and Shot left, I finally figured out the process. He wanted me to come on and talk about it. He wanted to install a generator in his house, and I went on there and talked.
Yeah, because I mentioned to him that you are a master electrician, and you're not in Florida.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's just got to make up his mind on what he wants to do, and it's you know, just got to make sure that he doesn't get taken advantage of. That's all.
Right.
Because you know, guys, you run into the wrong contractor and they could talk you into anything, you know. But I think Lex does his homework. So
All right, we got a
Greg
super
Shit's got
chat
the-
from
Mhm.
GD 20 Argentino. I guess that's Argentine pesos.
Right.
Here's 15 cents used to start the super chat train. Thanks,
Kicking
GD.
ass, great.
Appreciate it, man.
Craig
GD,
Shit's got
it's-
the right
it's
idea. He says, leave half for Crappy and half for Ron DeSantis. Way to go.
never leave politician money. I don't care how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they need it. They need it, right?
Yeah. So Crappy, what's your subject matter for tonight when you fire up your
I've got a
midnight stream?
mofo headache going on all day today. I haven't been out of the house more than 2 hours in the last week. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe 4 hours in 2 weeks I've been out of the house. Just incredible.
Holy shit.
What, you got bad weather?
No, I got bad YouTube addiction.
Oh.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah,
all
I
Bear,
kinda-
it's all Bear Clooney's fault.
I'm gonna find out how bad it is starting Thursday because I'm gonna go on a fishing trip. So, and I know I don't have coverage when I get on the river. I know I don't have coverage. So we'll see.
Right.
I'll see how bad the addiction is for me.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bear's on the chat stream there. I don't know if he heard this, but earlier today, I don't even know what channel it was. Maybe it was my channel late last night, or I can't remember where we talked about it, but I think it might have been mine. Last night. We talked about the idea, you know, there's the Archie's come. Oh, super chat.
All right, we got another super chat from All Good Names Are Gone. Thanks, man. Appreciate the $8.99.
Right. So somebody suggested, and we all jumped in on it and thought this will.
I've never seen him before. All good names are gone. If you got any kind of subject matter or anything that you want any of us to go over, feel free to drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
So we came up with, I don't remember who first mentioned the idea, but we all came onto the idea and agreed it would work. We have for next year an Archie Canada appearance, but we do it at Bears Hotel, and we call it the Archie Con or the Archie Con, and we all stay at Bears Hotel. So he'll get some really good business. Okay, we block out a ballroom or a meeting room, and we do all the celebration and partying and presentations and conferences there. Okay, we all eat at Bears Hotel. Personally, I go there and inspect the coffee quality, which is the first on my list. Okay, and I really, I want to check that coffee.
Got another super chat. Sorry to cut you off, Crap.
Go ahead.
GD says, give Blondie credit. George can't buy her. Okay. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, so I bet you we could get 10, 15, 20 people, who knows, to go up to wherever his hotel is in Canada. We all fly in there, and somehow we get Archie to come. This is for next year, and it's a gigantic event. Even the local papers there in Canada would be covering this event. Bear would handle the local PR. Yeah.
Did you hear me, Crappy?
What? Go ahead.
Bear says that you can get a penthouse.
Oh, penthouse pet or penthouse? Okay, sounds great. Yeah. And
so people usually wear costumes to these Comic-Con, ArchieCon things. What would you be wearing, Crap?
I would go as Daryl the plumber.
Daryl the plumber?
Yeah.
Okay, that's before my time, but
one of the best characters. That's when he made characters, and sometimes it didn't work, but Daryl the plumber was phenomenal. I actually put that video, not to plug my channel, which is okay, but on my if you go to my page of videos, in fact, look at playlists, okay, playlists, and I did I have a series currently going called The Best of Archie Luxury, and in there I have one of the Daryl the plumber episodes, and it's absolutely unbelievably funny.
Oh, yeah?
The story was Archie, literally his cesspool, which is under his house, was overflowing. And there were giant turds coming out of the cesspool, flying all over his ground and front lawn. This is true. Okay. So he was like, shit. So he was really worried what this is going to cost. Well, anyway, he created a video where instead of hiring a real plumber and filming the plumber, giving an estimate, he played Daryl the plumber. And he's wearing a hard hat and a reflective vest, and he's giving an estimate under the house of the shit cesspool overflow, and it's just hysterical.
We should play clips of that one day. Hey, Luke,
if he gives permission, he should play it on this channel.
Luke,
yeah, I can't play clips, Curly. I don't have that kind of.
No, but you know what Narc was talking about clipping stuff and sending it to Archie. Do you know how to do that?
Oh yeah, I could definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna give you something, and all you have to do is click onto these videos so you got it in your library, and so they don't go back and delete these videos. But I'm gonna give you 2 episodes. And there are multiple things that you could clip out of there. As a matter of fact, your face is on both episodes. Okay. Episode 687.
Do you know how to put it in the private chat?
I don't, Luke.
Okay.
But here it's episode 687.
Hold on 1 second, man. Let me get on my notes on my iPhone.
I'm going to put the link in the private chat, and if you want to play it somehow.
Well, I just want to give it. I want to get it over to Luke. It's episode.
Go ahead, Curly.
687 and 688.
687
and 688. Those are the 2 episodes.
Do you have a timestamp on when
You know what, Luke? I only listened to the in episode 687. It's the first 5 minutes. I didn't get a chance to go through the whole thing. I am sure that if you take the time, you will find multiple clips that you could send to Archie. So, if you get bored and you want to do a little, it'll be nice payback. Especially, like I said, they also talk about you in it. They got your picture in it. And I got a feeling that I don't want them to delete those two, but those are the two episodes. Roll through that, and I'm sure you're going to find multiple ways of shutting those fucking guys up.
There's the link. I put it in the chat and the private chat. Anybody can watch that. It's
the clip that I told Archie was the first 2 minutes, and I didn't listen to the rest, so I just didn't have time. I actually did it when I was on the stream with you guys because, like I said, I mean, the best way to change their narrative is with their own words. So, and if you know how to do that stuff, have at it, bro.
No, I'll definitely send it to him
for sure. Well, look, there's nothing better than payback, right?
Oh, you put the links in there, huh? Curly, for Daryl the plumber.
No, yeah, I just put them in there.
That's crappy.
That's Archie's page. So if anybody watches it, I'm not involved. It's his page. He gets the viewing. And for the people who don't know,
those are the two episodes when all the shit went down, and it destroys their narrative. Like I said, the first 2 minutes of the first episode that I watched, and then I watched like 2 minutes. Did we lose Crappie? I watched 2 minutes of 688, and that also has their bullshit narrative that that in their own words, not my words, not your words.
We lost Crappie, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. What did he want me to do with those links? That's what I was going to ask him. I see him in the private.
I think those are old school Archie videos when he used to do skits.
Did he want me to play that, or I don't?
Sure, whatever. It's up to you. You could maybe take a look at them and clip stuff out for next time and play it as commercial breaks.
Okay. I got you.
Get as creative as you want, bro. You got the keys. So just visual aids are never hurtful.
Back Ben says, sub to Luke's channel. Show him some support. He is a soy who's seen the light, and it can be done. Laugh out loud.
Dude, I want to make you laugh. I mean, I know it doesn't mean much, but it kind of, I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
So they got Blondie and about 4 other people, and there's 70 people watching them. And there's just me and you, 2 fat boomers, and there's 65 people here.
I know. We're doing pretty good. Man. We're holding them pretty good, Curly.
Just by fucking shooting this shit.
Well, there's an
audience for everybody, Luke, right? There's an audience for everybody.
Yeah, but these guys that are in the chat right now, these are real Archie people. And, they support Archie no matter what. So I appreciate that, too. That's the people we have right now. So that's cool, man. I appreciate you guys staying in the chat because, it keeps us going too, Curly. Because if I see people just starting to fall off, it's like, I'm going to get off too. I'm not going to keep it rolling, but it's good.
Hey, Lex, if you're in the chat still, give us a little update on how the hurricane's affecting you. I know you said that everything was good.
He did say something, Curly. He said it's calm there right now.
Yeah. How about you?
Right now, I just got here. The rain it's coming down sideways. But other than that,
do you got a garage for your car, Luke?
Yeah, my car's in the garage.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Yeah. So.
Dude, I had the worst luck. I had 1 year. I wanted to put. I had to redo some wiring on my small boat, so. I had a newer Expedition. I hadn't taken it outside. It was in my garage. My wife hadn't driven it in probably a solid month. It was sitting in the garage. I only took it out to wash the dust off of it. One day, one Thursday, I took it out. I put the boat inside. I thought I was going to finish him one day. I didn't finish. I almost had it done. I actually could have wheeled it out finished it the next morning on my driveway, and I was like, it was about, I don't know, 4:00 in the morning. I went inside, took a nap.
Right.
She wakes me up and she tells me there's snow outside. I go, snow? This was last year, beginning of September. I go out there, dude, there's fucking hail everywhere.
Holy
The
shit.
hail was just pounding down. And you know, that was the year the year that I bought my vehicle is the first year they made you know, they didn't only make the Ford F-150s out of aluminum. That year they made the Expedition out of aluminum, you know. My hood was fiberglass.
Yeah.
But all the fenders, the doors, and the roof was aluminum.
Right.
Oh my God, dude! It looked like woodpeckers attacked the fucking roof of my vehicle.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it was like $9,000 worth of damage.
Holy shit!
I actually thought they were gonna total it, but they ended up fixing it. As soon as I got it back, I sold it before the
Jesus Christ.
because I sold it the same day I got it back because it didn't give it enough time for it to enter the Carfax system.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's a good point. You're right. Because once that goes on there, you're going to get fucked with a trade-in. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, they had the
kangaroo.
Shit.
Holy shit! To me, money is just a tool which amplify who you are. If you're generous, the more you got, you'll become outrageous generous. But if you're a crook, then you'll become the biggest crook out of your family tree. I live by that and respect who do the same. Well, you know what? Swinging Kangaroo, that is so appreciated, man. I really thank you for that.
Very
chat.
generous. You know what? This guy's got a lot of class. You know
I
what?
love
Swing Kangaroo. If you are able to come on, you're more than welcome to come on because I've only seen you on the stream one time.
I got to tell you something, Curly. He's one of my favorite people, and that's even before I got really, into this. He's just a real good guy. He really is.
Yeah.
I really like Swinging Kangaroo a lot.
Yeah, I seen him. I don't even remember whose stream he was on. He appeared a little bit, and I think it was on Archie, and I think Bear was talking to him. He was, I think, Swinging Kangaroo was walking down the street, and that's when he told Bear that he was from Detroit. I believe it was on Archie's.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just a really good guy, and it's not just because he super chats a lot. It's just he's a good guy, man. He never has anything negative to say about anyone. He's always very positive. I respect guys like that. I really do. I mean, that's huge. Thank you so much, Swinging Kangaroo. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, cool. Generous guy.
Yeah. Hey, you were generous the other night too, Curly, with Archie, man.
Fat Windbag says? Pull it up, Luke.
Pull it up, Luke. Pull it up. It's funny. But yeah, Curly, you shocked me the other night with those super chats. I was like, holy shit.
you know how that originated was that guy Timepiece Esquire that always sends $2 and $4 super chats and fucking.
Yeah, he's
but he used to. I mean, I remember him sending $20, $40 sometimes. I even seen him hit $50 super chats on Archie's channel. I hadn't seen him in a while.
Right.
And, 2 nights before, he was dropping $100 bombs on on Timmy's stream, and he bragged that he was gonna charge the clients. I guess he's a lawyer,
Yeah, he's an asshole, though. He's just always leaving real nasty remarks about it.
Yeah, I know, but that goes with the territory. But I was, when he jumped on Green Room's stream, that's neutral territory, and I thought he was going to stay on, but I guess that was his first time he ever. It's kind of weird that he picked Green Room's live stream to jump on the live stream. That was his first time.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to talk to him like what do you call Bear would say, not Bear, but Archie would say, work the leads. And then when Bear came on, he just fucking gutted the guy.
He got out of Dodge.
And he tells, fuckhead Curly, why in the fuck would you? And I was like, Okay.
Hey, Luke.
Bear would have chewed him up and spit him out, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Luke.
Scirocco.
Right. Yeah, I just come back for a little while. I'm still doing boat jobs. I don't know who this. I brought Crappy in, but I don't know who this other guy is. Do you know who the other guy is in the waiting room?
I can't. You know why? I can't even see it, Scirocco. I got my.
Okay. Yeah, he's
I
just
got my.
waiting.
I'm doing this on my cell phone. I can't even see the waiting room.
Yeah. Okay. I'll bring
I
him in.
apologize
Who
to that
he is.
person.
Yeah. There we go. He's in. Whoever
Okay.
you are, speak.
Hello.
He did wave. I think. Is it Cam?
How you guys doing?
Good. Good. Who are we?
I am a my name is Chaotic Truth, but I'm a conservative content creator in the States. I noticed that you guys were live over here and just wanted to come over and just say what's going on. How you guys doing? And thank you for that 50. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Welcome to the dungeon.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for that $50 super chat, sir. Guys, I do have to ask you guys a question. Why, if you don't mind, Luke, I know you're the host of the show, correct?
Luke, still there?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Why is it a stigma to show your American pride?
Excuse me?
Why is that? I beg your pardon?
Chaotic. I guess there's 3 American. Well, there's including you. There's 3 Americans on here and an Australian guy. But could you explain what were you watching the stream? Did you
No.
explain what you mean by why would you ask that question? I mean, in general, you're asking.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
did you notice something that we did that you would say?
No.
I
know. Believe it or not, I've been live streaming all day. You know, I have my own channel.
Mhm.
But I was just posing the question just as a topic of conversation.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Sure.
Sir, I've been accosted before, almost assaulted by individuals who, for the life of me, don't understand why I voted for Trump as a black man, who don't understand why I don't play the victim Olympics or run in the victim Olympics. And sir, the worst thing that a conservative can do right now, particularly a black conservative can do, is profess their love for the greatest country on the planet, which is the United States of America. And I just wanted to pose that question to you gentlemen on the panel. Why is it so bad to profess your love for the greatest country on the planet, or as Jesse Lee Peterson would say, this side of heaven?
It's a little bit too political for this platform.
Yeah, we're not really.
Well, you know,
you guys are just talking about watches. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
well,
this
I
ain't
want
really
to.
a
Can I say something chaotic? I want to tell you something. If you're a Jesse Lee Peterson fan,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not a fan of anybody, but I do.
follower.
I do listen to him. Yeah. Mhm.
Craig shit $2. Herschel Walker,
Mhm.
2022. Whatever that
This
means.
ain't a political
Sound like
stream,
Craig.
though. That's not what we're doing here.
Oh, what are you
Yeah.
guys doing over here? Sorry about that.
It's all right, man.
You don't
Just
have.
letting you know.
I mean, we kind of were running out of steam as far as topics goes. But what I would find interesting,
Go ahead, sir.
have you served in the American military, chaotic?
I have to shamefully say no. I have
Okay.
not. I wish I had. The older I've gotten, but I do respect, and I on my channel I always give respect to the utmost to the individuals who have served in.
Let's move
branch.
away from this political thing because we are a global platform also. It's
Awesome.
not just, so we got a couple of Americans here. I'm Australian. We've got a few British people in the audience, someone from Thailand. So, let's kind of get away from that. Thanks for your contribution.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if it's the right platform for you, to be honest with you.
No problem.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fuck, Sirocco, you're so blunt. I actually wanted to introduce him to Crappie and see where it went a little bit. Sometimes.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can tell you.
It's up to you, but I actually wanted to tell him that our political expert on the panel would be Crappie Luxury, and I just wanted to hear where that would have went.
Well,
But
I mean,
whatever.
yeah. Hey there, this is Crappy Luxury, and yeah, I'm all pro-Trump all day, all night, every day, 24/7, and I have the strikes on YouTube to prove it.
Yeah,
And
believe it
but
or
this Sirocco's right. The audience for this channel, they like just talking about watches, luxury bullshit products,
yeah.
and
Well, you know, the
eating
thing is
food
this,
and all kinds of
Crappy.
crazy stuff.
The thing is this: that with politics, it's very polarizing.
It,
So
Yeah,
it
the
just
audience doesn't like
it's
the
polarizing for this. I'm in my view.
yeah, I agree with you completely, Sirocco. I don't come on these streams to talk about politics or talk about religion. That's just a very personal, and to me, it's very divisive. And I don't know. I just don't think this is the. I don't think it's a platform for it. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, right. Chaotic. If you want to check out my channel, you can come on anytime. It's a Crappy Luxury,
I'd definitely like to watch that, Crappie.
and that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think Archie wants people. You know.
No,
I just
no.
don't.
No, but I think he would have got off the politics really quick. I just wanted to introduce him to Crappie and see where it would have
I don't
went.
think so, man. I
Yeah.
think he
honestly,
had an agenda, man.
Yeah, Curly, there was definitely an agenda there, and it was
For
just
sure.
too political for this.
Yeah,
this-
right.
I mean, the way he just confronted me right off the bat without even. I didn't get a good vibe from it at all.
Hey,
So.
Crappie.
Yeah.
But you must admit. See, one thing that I learned from Angelic is to have a little empathy. You must admit it's not only hard being a Trump supporter, but imagine being a African American Trump supporter. The poor guy just wanted someone to talk to.
Well, now here we go. You're racist. I have a hard enough time telling anybody I know I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not black, and I've lost all of my friends from Los Angeles or high school era because every one of them is a Trump or Democrat fanatic, and what they do is they just don't talk to you anymore because they think you're a commie, hater. But anyway, let's get off of the topic because Archie.
I was just trying to figure out if
I
just wanted to figure out if it was shtick or if the guy was for real.
Well, he does have a channel. I just looked it up. But,
I don't know if he's been on this show before. There was another guy who was African American, Craig, by the way. You probably didn't see the show because it was in the days when the dungeon was almost a pariah. But he was a motivational speaker or something, I recall, and he had his own channel, and he came on here. He's never been here again. He was blunt about it. He was here to have a chat and promote his own channel, which is fine. It was but it was, it was just too political. Sorry.
I'll be honest with you, Sirocco. I just didn't get a good vibe from him. Just the way he started it. He didn't.
How many subscribers does his channel have, Crappie?
Yeah, it's 5.27 thousand. But whenever you look at anybody's channel and see the subscriber count,
doesn't mean
you
anything.
have to realize that the likelihood of the person paying for subscribers and views and likes is always present. And in the YouTube channel area, there are a number of people who have definitely gone that route. For whatever reason, you can think yes or no. But so when somebody has 5,000 or 5 million, you just have to have that in the back of your mind.
Gotcha.
Luke, you can raise your channel count to 200,000 within a month. It's easy.
Yeah.
You just buy the premium package.
Right. Right.
So.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, swinging kangaroo. I don't think that was Cam. The guy.
No.
Whether he was too
No,
well spoken.
Yeah, that wasn't Cam.
Definitely too well spoken. And you're more than welcome to jump on swinging kangaroo if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the link.
I don't understand why somebody would jump on this stream.
Yeah, that's kind of peculiar.
It's just very strange to me. So
exactly. It's like going on his channel and say, I want to talk about the latest 214270. I have a problem with this. And they go, what?
You should have seen when me and JL were on here and this kid Antonio jumped on. It was like a fucking animal house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, anyway.
So Sirocco, what is it? About 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon over by you?
2:34.
2:34. How is it outside? You're on the boat, right?
I'm on the boat. Yeah, it's just started raining.
It just started raining, huh?
Yeah.
That's got to be kind of calming and peaceful on the water as long as there's no wind, huh?
Oh,
That'd be
absolutely.
kinda
You know, as I say, I'm in the marina at the moment, so I'm doing a few little jobs and just watching this in the background. And I thought, well, I'm waiting for something to happen, so I've got another 15 minutes, and then I've got to go again. But this time I'll just stay. But I'll put myself in the waiting room. And
So Sirocco, you don't do much. You don't do a lot of fishing, huh?
I don't fish at all. You know what? It's so much easier to go to the ship shop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and just eat it already cooked and done for you. That's got to be pretty
Absolutely. You know, who wants you spend? I see these people, and you know, they spend millions, literally millions, on going fishing.
Yeah.
You know, they've got all these tuna towers and whatever, and I just think, fuck that.
So Sirocco, the marina that you're in, is it mostly recreational, or do they have fishermen that come in with daily catch?
There is not so much there are a couple of commercial fishing boats in the marina, longliners. There are quite a few charter boats for fishing charters. We've got ferries that take you out to the island. There's a lot of tourists here. Most of the boats, though, are recreational. Yeah. And in fairness, I was walking around the other day, and a lot of these boats, they sit here and they never get moved, never go anywhere.
So, but I mean, like when you go to is there multiple restaurants in the marina where you're at?
No, we got one which is owned by the marina, and there's another one across the road, which is kind of nice. I'll be frequenting that a bit more in about 2 weeks, because I don't generally do restaurants when I'm on my own.
Right.
So yeah, but there's a place they land the catch across the road and go in there, buy fresh fish. Beautiful. Who wants to go fishing when you just bloody go?
So there is a place that you could go to, and they got the catch of the day or fresh stuff that came.
They got all sorts of, prawns, raw and cooked prawns, all sorts of fish. Yeah.
What about Sirocco? What about sea scallops? You ever see those fresh there? In the shell still, sea scallops?
I used to dive for them many years ago.
Oh, really?
In a state, yeah.
Wow.
Bag limit was 100, and you go past your bag limit in fucking no time at all down there.
I spent a couple of Christmases. I had my uncle at that time. He lived in New York, and I spent a couple of Christmases there. My parents sent me there, and I could never forget. He used to get the scallops, and he would get them in a burlap sack. And when he used to open them up, the best part of that thing raw was the little scallop roll. You know, the red roll that some of the shelled scallop have.
Yep.
Oh my God, he used to put that on with a little bit of lemon on a piece of crusty bread. Oh man, I used to love that.
We used to get back on the dive boat and then just pick a few and just open them up and eat them raw straight out the they were still fine, lovely.
Hey, I'm gonna take off for a moment, so I'll see you later.
Okay,
thanks everybody.
Branson Pickle.
I'm on it. I'll be getting it next month. That's for sure. Okay, see you later. Thank you.
Yeah, we used to eat a lot. Also, Sirocco was sea urchin.
Okay.
That was my mother's favorite. They used to, cut around the bottom of it with a scissors, and then you'd take the bread and scoop that sea urchin out on a piece of bread with a little bit of lemon. Oh my God! But that stuff fresh out of the sea is just so much different than when you buy it at the store. We don't have a good. That's one thing that Chicago lacks is a good place to go. We used to have a good fish market, but they're all gone now.
Yep.
There's basically there's one place where you could go get. They bring stuff in from New York and Boston, but it just costs triple of what it would,
Absolutely, and it's how can it be fresh when you're in the middle of the country?
No, but they do bring they bring in stuff every Tuesday and Friday, and it's fresh, but they don't bring a lot, and it costs 3 times as more as frozen or packaged stuff. I mean, they bring in they'll bring in mussels and oysters they bring in oysters from New England. They bring in mussels from New York. They bring in these little we call them squingile in Italian, the cuttlefish,
Right.
little baby cuttlefish. You eat them raw, but you pay for it because stuff is like $19 a pound, but you could buy the frozen ones for $10 a pound.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I've always wanted to do that, Sirocco. I had a friend of mine that he had a 30, I think it was a 34-foot Sea Ray.
Nice boat.
He got divorced, and he had a slip in downtown Chicago on Lake Michigan. And then in the wintertime, he used to go through the locks, get on the Chicago River, and there's a building. It's a very predominant building in downtown Chicago. They call them the corn cobs. It's called Marina City. It's right on the river, and they look like 2 40-story corn cobs. I mean, they look exactly like a corn cob, but they used to have a showroom. Skipper Buds had a showroom for Sea Ray down in a small marina down on the bottom floor, which was below street level, and it was right on the river. And they used to sell gas, and they had 3 40-foot slips, and it used to be a showroom. But when they moved out of there, what the building management did is they rented those slips, and my friend used to park his boat there in the winter because even though the river would freeze, they had bubblers in the slip, so the slip never froze, and he lived on the boat. And whenever he needed to do laundry, they had a cleaner and a laundry right in the building. They had a gym so he could go take a shower. And believe it or not, it was a lot cheaper to live on that boat. His monthly payment for the boat was a lot cheaper than renting an apartment downtown or owning any kind of property. And he loved it. He did it for years. He's actually where Luke is. He's in Florida now. He's in Boca Raton.
No, that's nice. Nice.
Yeah,
spot.
he lives on he got a 46-foot Sea Ray, and he lives on that. He's the one that I was telling you, Luke, that he's always asking me to go down there to go fishing, but
Oh yeah, you should, Carl.
I don't want to, because if I get hooked on saltwater fishing, if
yeah.
I showed you the amount of gear that I bought just to freshwater fish, I want to go every year. He goes for the tarpon run,
Right. Right.
And he just keeps sending me. I actually don't even open up the pictures he sends me. I canceled Facebook because of him, because I don't even want to look at the stuff. I have multiple friends of mine that I fish with up here that go down there for a week.
Dude, you'd be in a fisherman's paradise down here, brother.
I'd be broke because I'd have to buy all.
I'll see you shortly. I'm just going to put myself in the backstage, and so I will be here.
All right, Rocco, because I'm probably only going to stay out for about another 20 minutes, dude.
Yeah,
and
me
I'm
too.
gonna call it a night.
Yep,
So,
no worries.
Do you want me just to shut it down, Sirocco, or not?
Yeah, you may as well. If I'm not back, you may as well shut it down. Yeah.
All right, now.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, Sirocco. If I don't see you, have a good night.
Sirocco,
no worries. Take it easy.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to do it because some of the gear that I have is okay for saltwater, but it's marginal.
Yeah.
So I would have to just, I'm like one of them people. If like watch guys, if they get into the hobby, I go like real deep.
Yeah.
So I'd be buying $1,000 rods and $5,000 reels. I don't want to do that.
I hear you, man.
I don't want to do that. So
do you think you would like it in Florida though, as far as the weather?
To visit, I've been to Florida. I never fished there. I used to go to Florida all the time.
I mean, would it be too hot for you think year round, or?
Yeah, no, dude. I can't handle humidity. I I've been to Florida many times. I've been down to Alabama and Georgia. That I love the when there's no humidity and it's like 80 degrees and you got that, very rarely in Florida you get dry heat.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
I tell people we have like 6 really nice months and 6 hot months.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I would describe it in Florida.
Yeah, my problem is I sweat even in the winter. I'm a sweater.
Yeah.
So I would just be drenched, especially when it's humid. I'd just be a fucking drenched all the time.
Yeah.
But
Windbag Ben says can't beat the fly fishing in the highlands of Scotland, Curly. I'm sure.
That,
Sure,
you know
it's
what?
great.
I believe him, but that's another thing that I have. I won't do. I won't try it.
Yeah,
Because
my dad when he was alive, he used to love fly fishing.
I know people that are like me, that I take them. There's a guy that meets me when I go up to Park Falls, Wisconsin. I go on the Flambeau River, and it's I know it very well, but I take this guy that fly fishes up there, and it's probably one of the only. There's a certain type of fish that we fish for. They're muskies. They're like the top predators.
Right.
They're hard to catch. They call it the fish of 10,000 casts.
Oh.
And this one guy that I take, he actually lives up there. But when I go on the river, I'll sometimes I stay at his place, and he comes with me, and he'll fly fish. He drives me absolutely fucking insane. He does, dude. I mean, but he loves it. He makes his own flies.
My dad used to do that too. Tie his own flies and all that.
Dude, he went to Japan and he bought like a $3,000 fly rod that's made out of bamboo, a 7-weight, which I guess is like a heavyweight fly rod that he had some guy, he waited a year for this guy to build it. And when he went there for a week, I actually gave him some money so he could get me some Japanese reels and bring them back. And that's what I would be like. I would have to have some kind of, high-end gear and he just gets into it, but he just drives me crazy. I got to bring this big plastic fucking 55-gallon garbage can and put it on the front of I put him on the front of the boat. I don't mind. I actually like it. And when he gets into the rhythm, I actually enjoy watching him fish like that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
And I really enjoy when he catches a muskie.
Yeah.
But it's just it's just too much work for me. I got to be honest.
Do you like trout, Curly?
Oh yeah, I love trout. I love trout.
Yeah, me too.
I mostly I catch trout on accident when I'm salmon trolling, but I fish for trout in the winter. I ice fish for them. For brown trout.
OG Hash Hockey says Curly Q, you need to come out to Baja for a marlin fish.
No. I told you, that's my best friend. I actually canceled Facebook because I couldn't take looking at the pictures of the tarpon anymore.
Yeah. Chin to Chin says smoked trout. Oh, hell yeah. Love it. Love trout.
Yeah, I just made, I had about 45 pounds of salmon that the last time that we went out, it just took us it's the end of the spawn. So I'm hanging up because when I salmon fish, I got to gear my whole boat to salmon fish.
Right.
So, but now this last time that we went out, it's pretty obvious that the spawn is over with. So now I take all the salmon stuff out of my boat and I load it up with smallmouth bass and stuff for muskies.
Nice.
But I ended up with it after cleaning and processing the fish, I ended up with like 45 pounds of salmon. I made half of it. I mixed it with oatmeal and rice.
Oh yeah, for the dog, sure.
Yeah, and then the other stuff I didn't smoke it. I basically dehydrated it and made it into jerky, because it's for the dogs. I mean, when the salmons come in, they're big, but they're already in their spawning phase. So their meat, when you fillet them, their meat is a little mushy.
Oh, okay.
Some of the people down at the harbors, they keep them and they smoke them and eat them like that, but I don't like it. You know, I catch them in the
I'm not
springtime.
a fan myself. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, I in the springtime when I catch the cohos and the kings in the springtime. Oh my God, I don't want to eat anything else but that. I make them in the. I smoke it. I make it in the jerky. I make salmon candy.
That's probably. I'm sure that's probably good.
Yeah.
You know what I really like down here is grouper. Have you ever had grouper before?
Oh my God, dude, that's my. There's my two favorite fish are Dover sole and grouper.
Oh man, I fucking love grouper, man.
You know what dude? You know what I had that it just fucking the guy across the street from me. He goes down to North Carolina and he saltwater fishes, and he brought me back. What the fuck is the name? Wahoo?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Wahoo. Yeah, he brought me back a fillet of wahoo that was like 2 foot long.
Yeah, man.
And we cut it up, and dude, we made it. I broiled it. I couldn't believe how good that was. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, that's why I don't want to come down. I would
Yeah.
I would be fishing to catch fish. I mean, you know, when I bass fish and when I fish for muskies, I release those. But when I fish for salmon and steelhead, I keep them to eat.
Right.
And crappie, I catch crappie. I catch bluegill,
Hey,
catfish.
They're good eating, man. I like those a lot. I really do.
Yeah, me too. My favorite freshwater fish from here is perch, jumbo perch.
Yeah, I like the perch too. Perch is good.
That'll be in November. November, I'll start fishing for perch.
Yeah. Nice. That's great, man. That's what you really love to do. That's great.
You know what, dude? When I was working full time, I would be lucky if I had one day a month to go, and it would always be on the weekend. It would always be busy. So now that I have a chance, you know, being semi-retired, and I could go during the week, I love, and then my wife loves fishing too. I mean,
oh, she does.
Yeah, we go. She doesn't like salmon fishing or trolling, but what she likes is she likes going for crappie. She likes crappie. She likes going for perch.
Oh yeah.
She's come ice fishing a couple of times as long as I got the tent and I got the heater going and I make it comfortable.
I've done
for
that
her.
before. You know, that's one thing I've never done before is ice fishing.
Oh, dude, I love ice fishing.
Yeah,
You know, I enjoy it a lot more now that I don't drink anymore. You know.
Right.
Because before it was like I didn't even remember what fucking half the time that I went ice fishing because we used to get plastered on you know, fucking Fireball and Jack Daniels and shit. But,
oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, believe it or not, it's you go to the harbors. I go to Wisconsin in the harbors in Milwaukee Harbor. I go to Racine Harbor. I go to Oshkosh. It's you can't believe that we catch steelhead, we catch whitefish.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes we catch by accident. We'll catch those burbutts. They're called burbot. They up north in Minnesota they call it freshwater lobster. You know, but it doesn't taste like lobster, but they're pretty good because you get 2 tenderloins out of them. You know.
Nice. You ever catch any stripers, Curly?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like in the Hudson River when I was growing up.
Oh no, Luke. You know, I know what you're talking about. Big stripers, no.
Yeah, the big
smaller ones.
Yeah. Hey, Arch.
Hey man, guess what? You jinxed my shirt.
Oh, you did get one. What? That's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
You slap a tie on,
Tomato
you cover that
sauce.
right up.
Sauce, bit of sauce.
The pizza good?
Look, it was okay. It wasn't. Look, it was a seven. Okay, 6.5. Look, the service was an 8, but I think they're using frozen crusts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was okay. It wasn't terrible. I think that garlic prawn one was the best.
Okay.
But
you know, tasty. That looked tasty. They had nice sized shrimp on it.
Yeah. No. It was good. It was good. I just go into this garden here, botanical garden. The kids want to walk around, and I was listening to you guys talking about fishing there. That's such a cool.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, that's something you Americans don't understand. You know, like most Americans, they get 2 weeks a year off.
Jesus Christ, Archie. How many people make a living off your fucking coattails? I just got a notification from Bird Brain's going to fire up a fucking live stream. You know what the name of it is?
No.
The story of Archie Luxury and NPD.
Hey, that's just.
What the fuck? How the fuck do you take this shit, Archie? I don't know.
Hey. Look, it's okay. You know, look, it's okay. I got to tell you, it gives me a great feeling when I see some guys like you and Luke just chatting on the stream, just relaxing, talking fishing.
Oh yeah.
That's life, isn't it?
It is.
Well, you know what? We were. I know it doesn't mean a lot, but we had just as many viewers as Failure to Launch, and he had his whole crew plus Blondie.
Yeah.
It's,
you know what it is, Archie. You have your true supporters that they're going to support you regardless, and that's like who we have in the chat tonight. These are the real, hardcore Archie fans.
You got a lot of grown-ups, Archie.
Yeah.
You got a lot of experienced grown-ups.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I think to be honest with you, I don't really watch TV much. Do you guys watch TV?
No,
I don't even have cable at my house anymore.
No.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Just internet, because I got to tell you, it's sort of, you find your own little niches, and you know what? I really look. I'm only going for 20 days, right? And Fuck Knuckle wanted me to make it. He goes, Arch, it's too long. He goes, it's too long, Arch. Cut it down to a week. I said, hey, what? And I tell you honestly, I would love to go to Yellowstone National Park. Some amazing national parks in America.
Yeah.
That you're just completely different type of forest. That's where if I had more time, I'd really like to just experience the American. I want to get a secondhand Winnebago and just go around.
Sure.
Archie, if you ever visited the Grand Canyon, you would see how really how meaningless we really are when it comes to time on this earth.
Yes.
When you see the Grand Canyon and you see how many millions of years it took a river to carve the Grand Canyon out. It's just a masterpiece of nature, man.
Yes. No, you're right. 100% right. It's I gotta tell you, it's nice to have your own time. See, people get so caught up with money, but you know what? It's I think more important than money is time. And I remember I was at a job and I said, you know what? I'd give $200 not to have to turn up. Not what I mean is I don't want to make up some bullshit. I got a dental appointment. I just want the couple days off. I would pay them to allow me to do that. Then I knew, hey, it's time to get out,
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you got your own time, you can really enjoy things.
Sure.
And
when I first retired, Archie, it was I was in such a miserable state and missing work so much. And my wife snapped me out of it by we started traveling a little bit, not in an airplane, but in a car. We started going to states we'd never been to before. And I'll tell you what, I am so happy that I was able to do this at the age of 57, and I didn't wait until I was 65 and so broke down and crippled with old age that I couldn't enjoy myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
Enjoy every minute that you have. Archie, you're taking a little bit of an urban tour this time around, but you would be a fool if before you end your time on this earth not to take a trip to America and enjoy the natural part of the USA. You know what I mean? Like you just said.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It's
I know you'll have a good time. I know you'll have a good time. I know
America,
you're not going to get spun out. The minute you land, your butterflies are going to go away. You're in good hands. You don't have nothing to worry about. You're going to be you. You don't have to perform. You'll have good people in the studio taking care of that part. And I just hope you really enjoy your company with AC Morgan and with Mike the Snake and with, Bondage and Discipline. You're not going to have a camera shoved in your face, and you're not going to have to perform like a fucking monkey,
Like a seal,
Exactly. Exactly.
And,
You don't
and
have
that's
that
what I
pressure.
don't understand. Why doesn't Timmy enjoy some time out? I don't understand it. Like,
Because
to
he's
constantly.
Because he's young, Archie, and he's not a father. My God, the
No.
life experience that you have over that kid, he'll never understand unless he walks in your shoes.
Exactly.
So
They're always a bit selfish. You know what I mean? He's always been a bit.
Of course, Archie.
I don't understand this. Why did he buy the Cartier if he's paying off bondage? Can you explain that to me?
I'm glad you don't understand it. You know what? If you would understand, Timmy, you would have a problem.
But isn't that what you do? Don't you pay off one debt before you start incurring more? No.
Hey, that's
No?
the thing to do. That's exactly.
I don't know.
That would be
Like-
the responsible thing to do, Archie.
If I
Like,
go
I'm not
back
looking at.
If I go back to when I was Timmy's age, and I could take back the stupid things I did, but I
Yeah.
can't, and he won't be able to either. So we'll find out when he gets older. Just
Yeah.
don't let it bother you, Archie. Please.
No.
Don't when you land in San Francisco, hopefully the butterflies and the anxiety.
I got no anxiety, man. I'm so looking.
I hope you don't.
I got to be honest with you. America, holy shit! I've wanted to come there for years. For years.
I was so shocked when you told me you've never been here. That's why
Well, it's so expensive, but you know what I mean.
Archie, I just want you to experience it not only for yourself but also for the people that follow you. Don't let anything spin you out. Don't blow up.
No.
Everybody wants to see you.
No.
Anybody that's a follower of yours wants to see you have a great experience in America.
Yeah, Archie. You know what? When you're there, just prove them wrong, man. Prove them that you can come to America and just have a good time and not get caught up.
You don't have to prove anything. Just enjoy the company that you're going to have.
No, that's exactly.
Just the fact that you're going to be with AC Morgan. He's such a nice, down to earth.
He's great. He's a champion.
And
that
you got
Guy.
Mike the Snake. I mean, just think about Mike the Snake. And
these are good people, Archie.
Yeah.
And when you're with Bondage and Discipline, you don't have somebody filming you guys, and you guys could be your natural selves. You're going to have a great time. Don't spin yourself out, Archie. Don't worry about it.
No. It's going to be great, guys. I better shoot off there. My battery's going low. See you later, guys. I love you.
Enjoy your walk, Archie. Well, buddy, I think I'm going to have my cup of coffee, my vitamins.
Yeah, I'm going to end it too. Hey, Carly, it was good to talk to you, man. You and I don't usually get a chance to, converse too much, so it was kind of nice.
Yeah, it was good to talk to you. Listen, I hope that nothing happens with the hurricane, and don't let none of this shit bother you, Luke. Fuck that.
Man, it's all good. Believe me when I tell you that. It's all good.
So,
all right, guys. I appreciate everybody that was in the chat tonight, and you guys hung with us for most of the night, and that's cool, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you to all the punters. Thank you for keeping a fat board old man
fat windbag
company.
Ben, three-hander. You guys chin to chin. I mean, holding the fort down and keeping the chat running. Really do appreciate it, guys. You guys
Archie's got some good people, doesn't he?
Oh, these guys are great moderators, and believe me, they stop a lot of bullshit from coming on. And thanks, guys. Really
have a good
appreciate
night.
it.
Cheers, guys.
Good night, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow.